Yes.
As I begin recording. So, to begin with, who can tell me what happened last time?
Lots of talking. So much talking. And Venom.
Yes.
Venom happened.
Attempts were made to decrucify Talonwood's son, and it did not go well because something was absorbing the energies and left a mark. And then when we further investigated the mark, it turned out it was, I wouldn't say sentient, but at least alive and capable of reactionary measures against anything that would attempt to either heal the child or remove it from the child.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
we can
surgery
say that's
happened.
Is everyone in roll? Is everyone in
Oh,
Sirenscape? Sorry.
Right, shit, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Every time.
This.
Yep. But yes, we realized, astoundingly, Vellum was the one who figured this shit out, despite having zero experience with this sort of crap. Literally hearing it through stories and rumors back home. That apparently this thing came from, what was it, 9 hells? 7 hells? How many hells?
7 hells.
7 hells.
All
Yeah,
the
from
hells.
7 hells. So an entirely different plane of existence, which sort of turned our chances into very much fuck all. In terms of healing this kid, unless we find out some alternate means. So we kind of left off at that point where we're just
Okay.
like, well, fuck, what do we do now?
So, I will say, because I should have shown you this earlier. I can carry over that natural 20 from last game. Give me a moment.
Oh no, is it the book again? Is it the giant book handout that won't load?
Right.
You mean Nero's amazing book? Also, ow, what happened to me? Why am I half dead?
I don't know.
Did you guys take a bunch of damage?
Yeah, you guys took a bit of damage.
Oh right, yeah, it exploded. Yeah, the venom thing did a bunch of force damage to everyone that didn't dodge.
Did
And I don't think Nero dodged.
Did Grunka dodge? Like he's not damaged, so
I think Rick
yeah,
did.
yeah.
Those
I,
without
I,
health are the ones who didn't.
I
dodge.
did roll
Right.
for you.
okay.
Speaking of which, I should also roll for Crovin. Dexterity save.
You kid exploding, yo.
Forgotten how much damage you took last time.
It wasn't that much.
No.
He takes
I
a
mean-
fall and dies.
Takes about as much as Nero, I'm guessing.
Kaboom.
So we'll say it takes 11 damage.
Oh, it's so good to have an actual sheet open.
Okay. So after all of that has been said and done, I think it was Siren and Balthazar. You were both talking to Talonwood. Vellum, you kind of go over, open up the Codex Vistarum, and kind of look over some of this ooze, black 7 hells. You go to the last page, the index contents, and you finally found it. What you are apparently dealing with is called a rot ooze.
A rot ooze?
Rose.
Rutrose.
Exactly.
That's nasty.
That is nasty.
That's
Yeah,
gross.
And I'm here.
Oh hey, just in time for the horrible nasty thing.
Yes.
Yeah, no, why do you do this to us?
You recall you recall the voice of Fuldred in your head as you're kind of reading through this. It says, I have only seen one such abhorrent creature in my life. Rot oozes are curses given physical form. They are magical, unnatural creatures crafted through transmutational means by despicable minds. may find their origins within the Seven Hells, crafted by underground networks of infernal crime lords as a means of assassinating rivals in a most hideous way. Due to the malleable and magical nature of rot oozes, they can be imbued with any number of additional curses, diseases, enchantments, or afflictions, which makes them highly dangerous and unpredictable, particularly in the hands of a devious mind. Because of this, they are sold and traded to the highest bidder within the infernal black markets. Sometimes they are sold to travelers from the Materium at great cost. Back in my adventuring days, I previously managed to capture one such creature to further my studies. Rot oozes are vicious and are unable to function without a host. Rot oozes are very much parasitical in nature, and live in an abusive symbiosis with their hosts. They appear to feed on diseases, which is often why they are imbued with more virulent diseases to accompany them as they infect their hosts. As long as the disease is quick enough to spread, then the ooze has enough to feed on, and the host does not die from an illness that would otherwise quickly claim them. Stranger and crueler still are its resistant effects to healing magic, causing pain to and siphoning away healing from the host when attempted. Not all is lost, though. It appears that high priests attempting to remove the curse from creatures infected by a rot ooze have seen some success, but it's also incredibly difficult. The rot ooze is both creature and curse, hence the difficulty. One cannot be separated from the other. At least that is my hypothesis. A symbiosis that occurs in later stages between the host and the creature also seems to contribute to its difficult-to-remove nature. In later stages, the creature becomes so bonded to the host that the spell has difficulty determining one creature from the other. Should one be afflicted with such a terrible creature, even in the later stages, there are 3 ways to expunge it from the host. The first method is a remove curse spell. However, the creature may attempt to fight it. Should that fail, there are more elusive methods. Rot oozes are chaotic negative energy incarnate, an unnatural extraplanar entity. As such, one can also seek extraplanar, natural, lawful, positive energy to combat it. A suggestion of mine would be to find the essence of Widow's Tear. It is a blue-black tulip-like powder that grows in abundance within the Eventide Vale. I've heard a number of nobles of less than stellar moral character, I might add, in my time referred to it as azure powder, reputed to be also quite addictive. Another would be Babel root. It's a pinkish root found beneath most trees in the Spirit Grove. Said to cause temporary fits of giggling when boiled and inhaled steam. Be wary. Depending upon how long the creature has been bonded to the host, it may become more vicious and more reluctant to leave. And that's what you know about rot oozes.
Now just imagine that in Vellum's voice.
Yeah.
Thanks, Deckard Kane.
So, looking at this, we got a few options, though none of them look easy. He's sort of, as he's been reciting these, sort of showing the book to whoever is actually going to know what the fuck this is. Assumedly either Siren or... Well, no, I was gonna say Balthazar, but you don't know shit.
I know stuff.
Nero?
Especially when it comes to playing stuff.
Yeah, whomever. And assumedly, since I know this was Nero's book, he's gonna hand it back to him when he's done looking.
Thank you.
So,
Azure power has come up again.
Hmm.
But at least now we know why it's so rare.
Yeah, fucking addicts.
Well, I mean, the fact that it comes from the evening by pale. The evening tide veil.
You alright, Nero? That knock didn't mess you up, did it?
Yeah, just wasn't expecting to get slapped by an ooze when I was doing surgery.
Yeah. I don't think anyone would. Is Talonwood in the room?
Yeah, he is. You can see him over by the side of the bed, kind of running his hands through the unconscious boy's hair. He's saying, he kind of lolls to him and says,
What have they done to you? What have they done to my dear boy?
He seems out of it, so I'm just going to ignore that for the moment. So yeah, where do we go from here then? Sort of addressing the group in. So,
Well, this is bothersome. But you said Eventide Vale. The Widow's Tear?
that's what it was.
Yeah.
Eventide Vale shares a plane with the Blacklands, and we just so happen to know where the Vale is quite thin to the Blacklands.
Kane sort of, Crovin sort of pipes up and says, "Oh, what were the other methods of curing this creature of its curse?"
It seems a extremely high powerful method of removing a curse, whether it be perhaps just the remove curse spell itself is not enough. I know some.
You did say something about a high priest.
Yes, I know some priests have some restoration magic, perhaps some greater restoration magic that can remove it, but
There was something about Bible root in there.
Oh, can I have the codex for a moment?
You know, hands over. Yeah.
Okay. Which is kind of watch as Crovin begins to kind of read through it. Unless I'm reading this wrong, it appears that your standard remove curse spell might be able to help.
I mean, but we've already tried that. You were here to witness it, Vale.
It didn't this remove curse.
It did appear like it took hold, though. Strangely enough.
Interesting. So you're saying that the remove curse worked. Then this ooze, this cursed creature, it just absorbed the healing.
Seemed to
Maybe
absorb.
it's.
Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, it seems. No, it's fine. It seems that, given the extremely late stages that its possession of the boy seems to be, that it has at least somewhat melded to him enough that the remove curse spell can't quite differentiate between the two of them. So I think that alongside the creature's resistance and will to live, probably attributed to the failure of the spell.
Either that or the remove curse did work, is just still inside of him because it is both a creature and a curse. Remove the curse and it's still a creature. Just
Is
worming around inside.
there something wrong with the scroll itself?
Not to be how you paid for it, I wager.
That'd be something you'd have to talk to Talonwood.
Which is Crovin kind of goes over and begins talking to Talonwood. says, where exactly did you get this scroll? Who? I'm not sure. Which is Talmud kind of holds up a hand and says,
Well, in such a short space of time, I had to pursue less than reputable sources in order to find the one there. The individual who sold me it asked for at least 100 platinum. I attempted to haggle, but in all likelihood he sensed my desperation.
100 platinum.
Can't you just go to the local temple? I'm not sure I quite understand.
The temple clergy try to practice new ways to cure and heal the sick whenever I can. Whenever they can. I did attempt to take the boy to the temple quite some months ago. They could not help me. One of the easiest ways for them to learn and practice is to do so by ritualistically transferring the knowledge from scrolls to memory or their tomes. When I last took my son to them, I inquired about it. I was attempting everything and anything I could at that point. They had not had any donations of that particular spell scroll for the last 8 months, nor could they find any place that sold it. The only one who was able to cast the spell freely was Sister Tara. She worshipped Dune, but she was taken away by the guards about a year ago under accusations of necromancy. I didn't know my son was cursed at the time, but I found out soon after the temple clergy attempted to heal him.
Whomever did this to your son, likely the handyman, has really planned this out for the long game.
Yeah, a little too convenient that the only person who might have been able to do anything about it gets arrested and sent off.
With all of this new evidence that has come to light, I do worry that certain precautions may have been taken so that no help my son could be given.
Which is Kane seems to have been listening intently on this whole conversation, and he says, what this person who sold you this scroll, what does he look like? Which is Lord Saras Talonwood. He seems to be lost in thought right now. There's clearly, from what you can see through his various expressions, there are 100 different thoughts kind of running through his mind at once here.
He was a young dwarven man. He wore a masked hood. I didn't get a full look at his face, but I saw red frizzled hair beneath the hood. A little bit on the rotund side, probably no older than 18. But he was a craven thief, no doubt about that.
Oh, that sounds fucking like him, doesn't it?
You know him?
I'm sorry?
No, I said we'll see what we can do. Where did you find him?
I met him at the Golden Goose. It's a small pub away from here, further downhill. Usually a place filled with disreputable disreputable sources. I figured that was my best opportunity at finding such a scroll.
Interesting. Kane goes and kind of sits back on the on the windowsill, kind of taking all of this in.
Well, now that we know that perhaps the remove curse itself could still work, we can try to find more of the scroll ourselves that don't require 100 platinum, or we can seek out the other methods of curing this. I don't know if we're gonna have to find.
I was gonna say, are you sure it's a good idea to casually go reality jumping like that?
Oh no, I do not. But
It is a terrible idea, and that's why we should do it.
it's what they'll least expect. But sorry, that was not. Sorry, I didn't actually say that. But the 4 methods that Foldred seemed to outline are remove curse. I fear that it's perhaps far too progressed for such a spell to take effect. I don't know quite where we'll find an extraplanar, natural, lawful being of pure positive energy. I don't know if it'd even help us, given us. Or we can go through the Eventide Vale or the Spirit Grove and find methods between there.
I'm more partial to the Eventide Vale myself.
Hey, as am I. Or, and she's gonna look at Talonwood. It seems that this azure powder is a drug of some sort. Highly addictive, Foldred said. I'm not saying that you partake with it. I don't think you would, given that you probably would have given it to your son already. But are there any rumors? There usually are amongst the. Thank you for that update, Windows. There usually are rumors about other nobles that perhaps have a bit too much to drink or a bit too much too much with certain substances. Like, I'm sure that there are at least rumors of who amongst the noble kin might be under the influence of azure powder.
This is... I have not heard of azure powder before I met any of you.
Not necessarily azure powder, as much as just perhaps they have a substance that they consume. I doubt that they would say something specifically of azure powder, but
The only thing I've heard is some maybe rely on alcohol a bit too much. Others might partake in a bit of dusk vein now and then. That's about it.
well, let's try a different tact. How about this babble root, depending on if you're from the UK or America. Temporary fits of giggling when Boyledon is hailed as steam. That sounds like something perhaps groups of noble women might be interested in. Just ways to pass the time together. So I
I've
guess this-
not heard of Babel Root, but beyond the occasional binges of lonely housewives who have gotten too much into the wine, I've not heard of any other methods of outrageous giggling.
You seem to have a very well-moderated nobility here in this town. Or perhaps we should be asking, no offense, but different people.
Well, I'm not one to partake in any of these myself, but I've never interested myself in any rumors of such.
Of course,
either.
I'm not saying that you are. I'm merely saying that perhaps you have a spy master or someone that might have such, or might be privy to such information about the others in your court.
Closest I am able to.
As I go rummaging through my notes. Wait, give me a second.
You're good. I sprang this on you.
The closest informant I've known would be the head of the guard. That would be Colton Bradley. Be Captain Colton Bradley.
I feel like I've heard of him before. Okay. Colton Bradley. Okay. And where might we find him?
Not normally. Spends his days now and then monitoring the bridge into Cliffspire.
Oh, him. Okay. Well, regardless of all this leaves us again with quite a few options. One, even if we were to find out if any of the nobles have the materials, I'm sure at least one of them is considered illegal. As for the other, I don't know many who would willingly provide the information that they use it. So again, we can either try to find a higher method of removing a curse, a extraplanar lawful positive energy being, or we can go into the Eventide Vale or Spirit Grove.
So you just make a brief Arcana check for me, Siren.
Arcana check.
Arcana.
Just her.
Arcana.
Just Siren.
You're helping.
And boop.
Ooh. Okay, so you kind of mull your thoughts over for a moment. You kind of briefly kind of glancing over this scroll. One thing you notice, where once were glowing runes, are now blank, just blank ink, just regular ink.
So, it was fake?
It seemed that it did have some sort of magic, but now it does not.
Interesting that I wouldn't notice that before I cast the spell.
It seemed seem to have the glow. Let's see. It would, yeah. It seemed to have the glow while you were casting the spell, and then after it receded, after the spell kind of receded back, there was no more glow to the scroll.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's to be expected. Like, the magic disappears with scrolls. Usually the scrolls themselves are destroyed. Like, after you cast from them.
Yes, but it didn't seem to be destroyed, but rather there is
Just kind of a mundane scroll left.
yes, like it's now just a flimsy piece of parchment.
Can I look over it and with that Arcana check and like see if it actually had all the proper
As you look over the as you look over the scroll, there's all the proper incantations, all the different kind of runes coded into the pattern to sort of make it function properly. It's definitely a legit scroll, which seems to have no more magic in it now. Which is unusual because with a 20 Arcana check, you know that when scrolls are used but not disintegrated, you do know that. How would I put this? You do know that there is some sort of residual glow left, potentially for you to be able to cast it again. But this has no magic left to it whatsoever.
Feel like you were ripped off, Lord Talonwood. I mean, with the 100 platinum, that's pretty much guaranteed, but even more so. What would I mean, short of not quite. I mean, I myself, the player, don't quite know what conclusions I'd would need to draw from this.
Hang on.
So
I'll give you a whisper.
Oh, interesting. Do I think it was the... Interesting. So do I think it was the creature itself that perhaps did this? Like, the spell wasn't necessarily completed as much as it was interrupted?
Seems it was interrupted.
I'm going to share my findings with the rest of the group. Upon closer inspection of the scroll, it appears that we didn't actually cast the spell. The magic was dispelled from it before it could be completed. So I think the creature, or there perhaps is even just another spell ingrained within it that would cancel any spell meant to disable it. At least for now. I don't know if it was a one-time thing or if it's quite permanent, but it appears that we didn't actually cast Remove Curse.
That explains why you're holding the scroll for it.
Yes, I did think it was rather odd, but then again, it was from disreputable sources. And it also appears that it has remnants of counterspelling. So, yes, it seems that the creature countered the spell. don't quite know what means or methods there are to fight against that. But perhaps spelling is not the way to get rid of this creature.
Regardless, I think I should take him home to rest.
Very true.
That may be best.
And we'll try to find a means of procuring one of the cures that have been outlined in this text.
Very well.
He begins to kind of motion to his guards. He gingerly kind of takes up Aldrin. One of the guards kind of wheels the wheelchair over, and he kind of rests him in. Kind of puts the blankets and linens over him and says,
Sipes, let's go. Sipes? Sipes?
looks around. Sipes is no longer there.
Oh shit!
Uh-oh.
Spies, what did I say? Name anagrams to
Sipes.
spies.
Sipes, where are you?
He kind of looks over
Well,
to his guards.
this has developed.
He looks over his guards.
Find Sipes. I want to know where he is.
So the other two guards kind of rush off, and kind of hurry downstairs. One of them begins checking the other rooms.
It appears we are no longer safe here.
Something tells me that whomever wanted you under their control went not just to great lengths, but also great precautions to ensure it. We're not just talking about some gang boss or simple warlord. This is intricate work.
I worry that as well. It appears the handyman is not just a mob boss, but a devious mind.
Well, I mean, he did use the rot ooze, which means A, he has the funds to get it and is willing to use it. That is not a good combo.
Well, all the more reason to stop him before he uses it on anyone else. I need to return home. This place is no longer safe, and I worry that Sipes has also fallen under the sway of whoever is plotting this. I hope it's not Lord Alston, but I must bite my tongue in that case. Let me know when you're prepared to try this again. I cannot say.
Of course.
And he instead kind of he himself begins to take the wheelchair, kind of wheels his son out. The guard nods to the rest of you and heads out too and closes the door, leaving you all to your own machinations for the moment.
From the cave to the snake pits in one jump. This is not good.
What a mess.
Not good indeed.
Kane sort of nods over to you, Niril. You wanted to know if I knew this guy or not.
I did.
Well, you must understand I can't exactly tell anyone with the guards present, so I've got an old friend I grew up with a few years ago in the mid-reaches. We're both a part of the gang known as the Golden Boys. Before Glim here persuaded us to leave that life. He kind of nods over to Glim, who nods and smiles back from the rafters. And I'm glad he did. This was all before 3 main gangs got scared into going the Handyman's goons here in Cliffspire. We've grown apart for the last few years, went our separate ways. I went up top to the upper town to scrounge a living. He went off to rejoin the Golden Boys. Last I heard, he was working for him as an informant before they were all scooped up into the Handyman's empire.
I see.
Strange that he's selling scrolls to nobles.
Like the handyman required expanded work skills. That, or he might have been training to earn some coin on the side. In either
Maybe.
case.
If he's selling scrolls to Lord Tannenwood here, and if his gang's part of the Handyman, then maybe he's not all too loyal. It certainly sounds like him to rip off nobles in that aspect. He was never really a fan of them. Taking advantage of a grieving father, so to speak. Sounds just like him. If I recall, his name's Russ. He never liked the noble folk. Sounds just like him to take advantage of one and to make a big old sum of coin for himself.
For 100 platinum, he could easily earn himself a pretty good living.
Oh yeah, definitely. See, last I heard of him was about a year ago. I know the Golden Boy's main base of operations was underneath Spider Clefts. Boss, if my mind is linking the dots here correctly, if he's selling scrolls of removed curse to Lord Tannenwood, maybe he knows of where more of these scrolls are.
Likely.
Well, I mean, we do have other places where we have purchased magical scrolls. We can try there.
Maybe, sure, could be an option.
But the question is, which is more safe? We have one option of a guy who is distrustful of nobles yet still sells scrolls to them. Probably works under the handyman yet seems to be disloyal. And then we have one of the other options whom we have no telling.
Which requires us to go to a different plane of reality.
I think he means just odd old fellow where we got our books and the scrolls of Revivify. I think that's the other option he was talking about.
I thought we mean in general, not the scroll path.
I mean, I don't know if I'm ready to go plane hopping just yet, but I guess it'll give me a chance to refresh my combat skills.
I doubt plane hopping would be a good idea for us. In our current state, we are woefully unprepared.
It is worth noting that the place we will go It is very, very far away from here. It is a long travel. Might want to seek a closer solution.
We don't want to go walking all about the place on something we don't even know. Definitely do. Figure out what's near it then. See what works.
Crovin speaks up and says, "Where exactly is this tear in reality you speak of?"
It is quite a ways back. Just, if I recall correctly, north? Or was it south of Port Morkney?
Port Morkney, all the way... Well, if I might object, that travel takes quite a while.
I
know.
noticed. We've experienced it.
Yes, and the longer we take, the deeper the talons of the handyman dig deeper into this town.
I do think that the talons already sits at its throat, if I should be honest.
Either way, we shouldn't be traipsing all the way down there. Let's figure out what we can do here first.
So much for a simple plan to go north.
Yep. Remember when this was supposed to be a side trip?
Yep. And
Side
now...
trips make long delays.
Right. What are we doing then?
Well, again, we've spoke of our options. The easiest would be just to see if we can simply get another remove curse scroll from reputable means. Possibly for far, far, far cheaper.
A simple, although far cheaper than what Talon would pay, yet still costly to some extent.
I'm pretty sure Lord Talonwood would reimburse us quite readily if we save his son.
Possibly.
But if the handyman has gone to all the trouble to make sure there's nothing in town that'll do that, I mean, this guy's sold a scroll, but it means it's going to be harder to find anything legitimate.
Maybe. I do not know. It depends. People get shipments all the time for things simple as scrolls and whatnot.
Guess we
And
start.
it won't hurt us just to check or look.
Well, we're not going to make any progress sitting down here on our arses. As Crovin says.
Yes, thank you, Crovin. Alright, so I guess we have the guy with books that we bought the books from, and possibly some others, I don't know. But yeah, let's go check.
Okay.
It's easy just to check.
So, you all following Siren?
Depends. Do we want to stick together or try and split off to cover more ground?
In this case, I'm gonna say probably best we keep the party together, otherwise we're gonna split up and most of the session will be back and forth as
Well, I only meant
usual.
like two groups, but yeah, I see what you mean.
Okay.
Two locations, two groups, but yeah, sticking together sounds smart, especially with potential assailants at every corner
Okay.
lurking.
So you all
And
make
since
your
we're not
way.
exactly,
Okay.
We're not exactly going quiet about this. We might be best go as a group. That was it.
Okay. So you all begin
We
making
really
your...
should.
Let me interrupt
Okay.
you just a little bit more. Sorry about that.
Okay. You all begin making your way out into the spy clefts. You'll get rid of that. And that. Okay. So, make your way out into the spire clefts. Busy street. I think it was this afternoon, wasn't it? Yeah, we'll go with afternoon. See horse-drawn carts of various nobles out. Taking a walk for the day. You'll begin to make your way to Bindorf's Books and Tomes. Bring that up. Okay. So eventually make your way into Bindorf's Books and Tomes.
Back when I had 8 hit points.
Yeah, everyone's still there. Let me fix that.
We're in the good corner. Oh,
You can see Bindorf there at the desk, kind of reading through a different book this time. You can see the owl on the perch there as well. The light shines in through the windows. It says, "Yes, can I help you?"
A mild look to Siren as
Sorry,
she seems
was
to be
eating and muted. So Siren's gonna walk up. Big smile.
Nero,
Come
make
stand
an
in front of him.
sorry, Nero, make an investigation check. My bad.
Investigation.
Uh,
Nope. No
Gonna
idea.
come up to him. Bindorf, so nice to see you quite so early again. The books that you sold me have been delightful. We've gotten so much information from them. And I was wondering, when you came across said information, that would lead us to some dangerous, possibly places. As such, I was wondering if perhaps you have a scroll that would allow for protection, or just not necessarily protection, but in case something were to happen, the removal of such magical issues. Like, do you perhaps have a scroll of remove curse?
We had a shipment of 3 of these scrolls past month, yes, but they're all bought out by a halfling individual.
Interesting.
Comes by every month and buys out the scrolls.
Can you tell me how long ago perhaps this happened?
The last one was about a month ago.
Interesting. Do you perhaps know when the next shipment will arrive?
Let's
Sorry, my
see.
accent just got really weird right there.
He begins to kind of look through his ledger.
We are approaching the end of the month.
It appears that, well, There is no guarantee that any remove curse scrolls will be present in the next shipment. You must understand that the scrolls take quite a while to enchant, and the arcane sigils need certain refinement. And well, we are lucky to have what we have. So the next shipment of scrolls, not guaranteed to have any scrolls of remove curse, but the next shipment would arrive on the 20th of next month.
Okay then. Do you perhaps know of where there might be a magical academy or something of that nature within the city walls?
Not within the city walls, no, but there is one in Kingston and Dune Hollow.
Do you perhaps know any businesses or those where the owner is gifted in magics? Or at least the study of such?
The closest that I can recall in this town alone would be the temple, who are they are gifted in healing magic. Yes, they do dedicate most of their lives to the study of such.
Of course. The only reason I ask is because, you see, we have the scroll, and she's going to pull out the disenchanted scroll of Remove Curse. Is we have this scroll that seems that the magic was dispelled, perhaps countered in the means of casting, and I was wondering if perhaps there was an individual who could re-imbue it with magic.
He kind of holds out his hand for the scroll just to give it a further examination as he puts on his reading glasses. And takes it and reads through it. Quite unusual. This apparently has been thoroughly dispelled. I'm not a magical artificer nor a enchanter by any means. I'm afraid I can't help you. I don't particularly know of anyone who can.
Okay then. Do you perhaps know where a local alchemist or herbalist, anything of that nature, might be around here?
I think you'll be wanting. You'll be wanting Elia Poldrick. He runs Poldrich's elixirs, some ways up the hill.
All right. Well, thank you very much again. Hopefully we'll be back for another book as soon as we're done with the ones we have.
Very well. And takes up remains his reading glasses on his face, and he goes back to reading his book.
All right. Zaren's just kind of motion everybody to round up, and we're heading on out.
Okay.
Works
So
for
where you
me.
headed?
To Poldrick's elixirs.
Okay.
And on the way there, she's going to kind of motion over to Nero. Nero, this
Yes?
sort of herbalism, alchemy, is more your bag. Perhaps you can speak to this Poldrick about whether or not he has some, or perhaps knows where we can procure some Widow's Tear or Babel Root.
Alright. I can do that.
I know you can. That's why I trust you to. And she gives Nero a pat on the head.
So, ow.
Ow. It's not like she's like beamed you.
I was
So,
still
yeah.
just a little sore from being slapped into a wall.
Yes, that was an interesting development.
Indeed.
Hopefully this will fix it, though. And then
Silent.
onward to Pauldrix. Oh, yes?
Okay.
What was that, Sal?
This is just something we can do while walking there.
Walking and talking.
Would you mind if I see the scroll for a minute?
Sure. And she hands over the scroll of Remove Curse.
And as Sao looks it over, you can see she's sort of tracing her finger along some of the runes. I'm not saying I'm able to do this, but I think I might be able to recreate a working scroll, but I would need a working one to do so.
Well, I don't know where we will find one, but I'll keep that in mind next time we have a... well, just any scroll that we might wish to duplicate.
My calligraphy is a bit rusty at this point, but I should be proficient enough and remember it well to be able to do this.
I can help out.
That would be greatly appreciated.
Okay.
Right.
So you begin to make your way towards Pauldrich's elixirs. Where is it? I've got the map here. I've got the image here somewhere. I need to. Where is it? Come on.
It's the guy with the randomness potion, isn't it?
It is.
Sorry, 1 second.
We can restock on random potion.
Okay. So you make your way inside. You see the potion, all sorts of what looks like potions, herbal ingredients, herbal cures, and all manner of different things.
Ah.
There is a. There is no. You do not see Pauldrich anywhere from what you recall of his appearance, Neril. But there is a sudden poof, as you see coming from the door. There is a kind of this kind of sickly greenish smoke that seems to fill the next room.
Nero peeks her head in.
You can see Pauldrich there. You can see a blackened face halfling. He looks relatively old. And you can see he's got a couple of what look like kind of brass/leather goggles, so which he kind of puts up to his forehead. Oh, I.
Hi.
Don't mind the mess. It kind of wafts away the smoke.
Wrong ingredient or too much of one ingredient?
Not enough of one ingredient.
Ah. Yeah, that's happened to me a few times. But,
He takes off his goggles and throws them to one side, and takes off his apron, also throws that to one side, and kind of wades out into the main foyer. Oh, well, you brought some friends.
yes. But, I was kind of
Good.
hoping...
More business.
I know that these are extremely rare, but I was wondering if you would happen to have anything about, Widow's Tear and, Babel Root, or know where we could procure some?
Oh, I've not heard of Babel Root before. Let me hang on. And he kind of goes behind the counter, kind of throws a few manuals and books out the way, a few different parchments scribbled with notes, and he hefts up what looks like a very large book, kind of poof, onto the table, and he kind of opens up this kind of dusty cover. Yeah. Right, let's see it. Babel Root. What was the other one?
Widow's Tear.
Widow's Tear, Babel Root. God blimey, this is... I've not heard of this in a while. Right, Babel Root here. Found in the Spirit Wild, the Spirit Grove. Found beneath the roots of trees. Pink, bit thorny, causes fits of laughter. Oh, that's interesting. See, I've not had any shipments of Babel Root. I know it's an incredibly rare. It's an incredibly rare ingredient.
That's why I said both of these would be extremely rare, seeing as where they come from. I can save you research. The Widow's Tear is kind of a blue-black tulip-like flower that grows within the Night Vale.
Yeah, I know what Widow's Tear is. Let's see what I've got here. It kind of goes over to one of the cupboards, kind of these small kind of box-like drawers with filled with all sorts of small powdered sachets of different sort of herbal spices and different powders. You watch him kind of pull out a few of the drawers, making like this step-like formation just to reach his taller ones.
Huh.
The cupboard sort of creaks a little bit. Widow's Tear. I've got. Let's see. I've got plenty of Duskvein.
I don't think Duskvein will help.
For medicinal purposes, mind you.
Like I said, I don't quite think that Duskvein would help in this instance.
Right. Let's see. And you watch him kind of reach further back into the recesses of one of these small drawers. No, that's not it. No.
Janet, can I make like an alchemy roll, something to see if I can think of something that would be a good substitute?
Sure.
Like maybe it would have to be a higher dose or something.
Sure.
What would I have to roll for that?
I would probably say intelligence. I will say with your intelligence plus proficiency.
Alright, so basically just roll this. 11.
11. It's difficult to say. You've not had any experience with Azure Root with Azure Powder as a whole, so you're not sure what the ingredients are beyond Widow's Tear, and it's probably safe to say, with an 11, you're not going to be able to substitute it for anything else, as Widow's Tear would be the centerpiece of the entire concoction.
Okay.
Eventually, Pauldrich comes back. He says, "I'm sorry, we are out of of widow's tear, I'm afraid.
Do you happen to know where we could get some?
We get a few ships every now and then. Usually from... Well, I can't say. Sources are secret.
Of course, I understand.
Usually you get a few nobles here just buying out my stock.
Oh, any nobles in particular?
Well, I do know that, I see where you're going. Sorry, I can't reveal my sources. Can't reveal who I'm selling to. Privacy matter, if you have to understand. Medicinal purposes.
If it's purely for medicinal purposes, then perhaps they wouldn't mind helping those, because this is for a medicinal need. I'm sure the altruism that all the nobles share in this fine town would allow them to. You must understand, we're just here trying to help somebody.
Make a persuasion check.
On high roll. I will take that.
Alright. You see one individual, his name was Alston, I think it was, bought out a huge batch about a month ago. Bought out all my stock.
Okay. And you've not heard at all of this Babel route?
It's the first I'm hearing about it, yeah. Looks like I've got a bit of research to do.
Of course. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, Nero. And then Sarah's gonna walk away.
It is okay. When would your next shipment of, Widow's Tear be?
Oh, 5th of Phoebus.
Oh.
Little over a week.
Okay, then. Well, maybe there is one thing you can help me with before we, leave.
Oh, yeah?
Do you happen to have a recipe for, azure powder?
Oh, I don't think I've got a recipe for that, no. Closely guarded secret for the nobles, you see. I would, well, not literally, but I would kill for a recipe for that. There's a lot of good that stuff can do.
Okay. And I don't suppose you would happen to know where we would be able to get a recipe of that, because you probably would have done it yourself if you knew.
Oh yeah, if I knew, I would have gotten it and added it to my collection long ago.
I see. Well, thank you for the help.
No worries.
Consider good. We don't happen to want anything else while we're here, do we?
Do you want to buy any more of my potions? It kind of lifts up a huge tray of these kind of multicolored potions. 1 silver apiece? Really, I just want to see what the effects are.
Well, it turned me green, and stronger but dumber.
Interesting. I've had a few of my clients report that effect as well.
Indeed. Granted, I wasn't that strong, seeing as my statue to begin with.
I bet that was a funny sight.
A bit.
How about some more comedic relief? Any kind of gestures to the tray? It can't hurt.
I think I'll take 3 of them.
And I'll take
Wonderful.
1.
All right, that'll be a silver apiece.
Okay.
Grunka takes 5 silver out and buy 5 of them.
Okay.
Gronka wants that erection lasting longer than 4 hours.
Yeah, boy.
Thankfully, it has worn away by now. It's been more than.
Oh yeah, long
Yeah.
ago.
By now.
Yeah.
What do we call them? Random potions?
I've just been calling them potions of randomness.
Just call them like mystery potions or something. These have no specific name to them. These are purely, from what you can gather, these are experimental potions that he's been working on and wanting to see the results of which, and to make a little bit of profit on the side while he's doing so.
I'm just naming them triple question mark potion.
Has anyone ever reported any major negative effects? Like, I don't know, someone imploding or anything like that?
I think one guy got turned into a lizard once. Never heard back from him.
Did you get better?
I don't know.
Okay, note to self, look for a talking newt.
It weren't an animal. We got turned into a beast man. Apparently. Potions are more powerful than I expected, eh?
Yeah.
Sal just raises an eyebrow. So he became a half-breed?
Apparently, you could say that. Half lizard, half man. It was weird. I'll tell you that for a fact.
Was it permanent, or did it wear off eventually?
Well, he's still a lizard man to this day, so...
Huh. Wait, then what would that do to something like me?
Well, best hope you find out.
Well, we should probably get going as to not waste your time from your experiment. What are you even trying to make in there?
Oh, it's my next secret project, you see. I haven't thought up a name for it yet, but... Let's just say, that'd be spoiling things, wouldn't it?
Maybe I could help out. One alchemist to another, of course.
Maybe we should get moving. Sort of casually looking back at Balthazar freaking out in the background.
That's fair. I'll be back. We're not finished here.
All right then. We'll see how much help you can be, but look forward to seeing you.
Right.
He sticks his goggles back on, kind of puts his apron back on, walks over into the other room again.
Oh, free bit of advice: try putting a towel underneath the door crack. Keeps air from messing up the measurements.
Noted. He says from the other room. Okay.
Alright, there is once we leave the store, Valen's gonna pipe up. There was one other place we could try. What was it? What was the name of it? It's where I found that tablet that Balth's so fascinated with. Sam, do you remember the name of it?
Lindor's Knickknacks?
Yeah, I think that was it.
I would not try that place, to be honest. If anything, the scroll might be an entirely different one.
I mean, we'd be able to tell before we buy it.
True.
He's got
Either
all
that
sorts
or
of
it might
weird shit
blow
there.
in your face.
Just by reading it, not reading it aloud. You have to put some energy into it to cast it.
Scrolls are usually not my forte, so...
Well, either way, he's got a lot of weird shit there, so maybe we'll get lucky.
Sure.
What the hell was it? Can I try and remember where the hell it was, Jano? Because I don't have it in my notes for some reason.
I'll just say, yeah, make a history check for the sake of memory.
Yeah. Sorry, I normally have notes of stores down, but for some reason I didn't put that one down.
Maybe you just wanted to forget.
I wanted to forget the knick-knack store? I don't know.
You're not sure. This town has so many different levels and yeah, uphill, downhill. You're not sure.
I don't even know where I am after bloody time in this place. So do you remember? I don't bloody remember. Did you also not write it down?
No, because I don't have a specific location on a map I can write down.
I've been writing it in my bio section.
No, I mean, I don't have a map of the city where I can point, there's the store.
Oh, right, in character.
Well, can you at least remember what level you were on? They're all quite distinct.
I want to say the lower parts.
Yeah, I think that was lower.
Can you just roll? Can Zal just roll history or something?
Yeah, just roll 18. Yeah, it was in the foot drifts. That was down the elevator. So in order to go there, you would need to pay a silver for the elevator trip.
Man, that elevator must be making some damn much cash.
Where do you think most of their fucking budget comes from?
I mean, let's just do some quick math. Let's say 30 people an hour on a normal day, and then on a busy day, it's probably around 50 to 60.
Yeah, that's like 3 gold an hour.
That's quickly gonna get some fucking money.
Oh yeah, this is it's probably helping to fund most of the exorbitant lifestyle that many nobles in the Spire Clefts live.
I imagine part of it goes back into maintenance, but you know.
Oh yeah. But you never know with such a corrupt city.
Right, so onwards to the knick-knack shop then.
Okay then. So everyone mark off a silver for the elevator trip.
Jeez, I'm running low now.
Do you have like? Well, I mean, you bought a load of fucking potions. You can't blame anyone but yourself.
I know.
You could always visit the Bank of Grunka.
The Bank of Grunka.
And this, my dear friends, is why, when you can, split a gold. Because honestly, the more gold you just have, it suddenly becomes a lot harder to just spend it if you don't have an equivalent of silver or copper.
I feel like when next time we go shopping, it's just like, can I get that and change?
Okay.
Yes.
So the bustling streets of the foot drifts here. You see various horse-drawn carts ferrying different shipments up and down the elevator. You are shoulder checked occasionally by some of the crowds here, but eventually you do make your way down. You do make your way over to Ningdorf's Knickknacks.
Hey!
1 second.
And just for the hell of it, I'm gonna take a brief 10 minutes to ritual cast Detect Magic, because
Oh yeah.
the shit we find in there will no longer be masked by the fucking tablet.
Okay then. One moment.
Well, hello.
So you you see, you definitely see quite a number of auras within the shop itself. Some of them faint. Where a couple of them are stronger than the rest. You also, what seems like a stack of different auras. You do see that the shop is you can see a sign hung in the bay window here, kind of like shoved up against the window against this tide of clutter that's just blocking the entire window here. And it's you can see this badly written handwriting. It's almost like it's been written in crayon, but it hasn't. It reads Colsed.
Oh, it's Colsed.
I don't know why, but I find that so fucking adorable.
Shit, I think it's Colsed, guys.
Huh.
Is there like any times around, like signs with times when they'll be open, or
No, it's literally just that sign with Colsed.
literally just flights of fancy? He opens when he fucking wants.
Apparently.
Shit, man.
Siren tries the door to see if it's unlocked.
The door is currently locked, and you can hear from the inside you can hear a clatter of just random stuff being pushed aside. Shit! Hold on!
Who else has been here? I know Vellum and Sao had. But did anyone else come to this store before?
I think
I don't
Neil
think so.
looked once.
Right. Bit of warning. This guy's a little. Sort of gesturing a bit to the sign. If that wasn't evidence enough.
Croven is just looking at the bay window, just perplexed beyond measure, and is this normal for him?
I'd say so.
After a moment, you hear various, this series of locks being unlatched, and except for one, as it kind of jerks open the door, there's a small chain kind of barring it from opening any further. You can see. Is it a handout here? I've got it here. There it is. You can see frizzled hair, kind of sideburns. Looks very old but spry for his age. You can see kind of black eye with one kind of purple iris. You can see various kind of just leaves and crap stuck in his hair. You see from one side of his mouth, it's like a pipe. It looks like he was mid smoke as you were kind of knocking on the door. He says, "Can I help you?"
Yeah. Any chance you could open? We're open to.
No, we're closed.
Even though we were gonna buy things.
Buy? You want to buy?
Yeah.
Wait. You took the tablet from me, yes?
Yeah. That was me.
He just slams the door.
I'm not trying to give it back.
The door kind of gingerly creeps open again. You don't want to give it back?
Oh no, my brother is quite
Glorious! He kind of swings open the door, almost breaking the kind of chain, but he kind of leans the door back in, kind of unlocks it, then swings open the door again. and you are beckoned in.
And in we go into the cavalcade of mess.
In we go, and Nero's gonna look around just because this place is a mess and she didn't get good luck last time.
I imagine Sao, with her special eyes, will see all sorts of things.
Yes.
It's a special eye.
There are some kind of magical auras as you make your way in. You can see off to one side there's a stack of like what look like parchments. You can see, well, what can't you see here? You can also see off to one side what looks like a kind of brand spanking new polished set of armor, kind of set up on a stand.
Oh, I wonder whose that is.
You can also see various different books of all sorts.
I think I'll let Sao go first because she has her eyes on. Probably can see more than I can right now.
I mean, we can see equally much, but I see it differently.
Yeah, you see the magics.
So, what are you doing, Sal?
First and foremost, I'm looking around to see if I can see any scrolls that are just, laying about.
Okay.
However,
okay.
I'm also looking for something that oozes the same school as a removed curse. School of magic, that is.
Check.
So, investigation, right?
Yeah, investigation check.
Remove
9?
curse is abjuration.
Yeah. So
this place is fucking filled with shit.
Yeah, there's so much crap.
Okay, so there are some there are some scrolls laying about, but you have a hard time distinguishing between different schools of magic here. Actually, no. Cast detect magic. This would be more of an advantage, wouldn't it? Investigation. So roll again.
All right.
Because it makes sense. 11.
Too better, but
I mean, yeah, you do see a stack of various scrolls of differing spells here. Again, it's difficult to differentiate between the different schools.
Right, you look, I'll go see if he's got anything behind the counter.
Siren, Balthazar, if you want to look around, be my guest. I'll ask Nindorf. And as such, Sao is gonna sort of get Nindorf's attention.
Yes!
I see you have a varying amount of scrolls, but I'm curious, do you have one of Remove Curse?
I don't know. Let me check. He kind of goes over to the pile and just begins scrounging through them, kind of whipping out what looks like different scrolls. Like you do what looks like a scroll of lightning arrow, kind of flops into your face there. A few others. There's a few other scrolls that get scattered about. There's mold earth. You do find a scroll of locate object. You do find a scroll of detect magic. But none seem to match the description of remove curse. Either probably he you gather he's not been diligent in categorizing anything that he has.
Is there anything that looks like a weapon?
Make a perception check.
Shit.
I mean,
It's just so much garbage.
Everything's a weapon if you swing it hard enough.
I mean,
Yeah.
this is true.
Get the Buster Caesar, beat someone with that.
there looks like there's a brass cog you could probably beat someone to death with.
Ooh.
I mean, there's probably weapons in here, but you can't see any immediately. That's dwarven technology, that is.
For some reason, the moment you said brass rod, I was immediately thinking immovable rod, maybe? But then it was just like, nah, too
make a
early.
perception check.
Wrong kind of rod.
Ugh.
I meant that in terms of material, but it came out differently.
Very.
Listen, lots of things come out differently when we talk about rods, alright?
And 11. Definitely not a immovable rod.
I mean, you can't find any sort of immovable rods amidst all this crap.
Well,
Is
well,
a
pardon me, sorry. While Nimdor, keep forgetting his name. It's like I keep going to say Nimdok, but that's
Nindorf. I did just show you the hand.
no, it's because I'm mixing him up with Nimdok from I Have No Mouth.
All right.
While he's looking, I'm just gonna do a casual peruse, see if
Okay.
anything unique stands out. Like, obviously, a lot of things stand out here, but
All right. Make a perception
uniqueness
check.
among the unique trash.
I'll say either investigation or perception.
I'll go perception because I'm actually trained in that. But yeah, nothing hugely useful, just something nice.
In the meanwhile, Sao is gonna hold on to the Mold Earth scroll.
Okay.
It has piqued her interest.
Make a sleight of hand check.
to
You
hold
are-
on to it?
Are you taking it without paying, or do you want to?
I'm just
think-
holding on to it.
I
I'm
think
not
he's walking
stealing.
around the store.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
Jesus.
18. 18.
We don't have
oof,
a rogue.
Yeah. 18 and 21. You don't. You don't find any scrolls of remove curse, but you do. Neril in particular, you do find a scroll of mass suggestion.
Huh.
That'd be handy for later.
Oh shit.
Interesting.
Mass suggestion. I can cast that, right?
No.
Maybe.
I'm
Siren.
pretty sure a couple spell levels.
You do find one odd book that's off in the kind of
Yes, yes,
stored
yes.
off in the corner that seems to be of the title seems to be of interest to you. It is called Hefsut the Immortal: Truth and Lies.
I'm
gonna take a look at it.
The Immortal, Truth and Lies.
Yes,
Wait. Who was it that found it?
that was Siren. It's called
Oh.
this.
Hefsut the Immortal.
Did you want to say something?
And that
Atlas?
is on, that is a spell that you do know. Or rather,
That you
that is on
can.
your spell list.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you can know.
So I can cast the scroll.
Okay. So what's everyone else want to do now?
Well, I didn't find anything in my perusing, so I'm just gonna
Yeah,
wait for Sal to finish up.
Sadly
anything?
not.
That's
Is there anything shiny?
Make a yeah. If we're
lots of things.
shiny. I mean, there's lots of things that are shiny. You can see a lantern up in the corner.
Especially shiny. Especially shiny.
I mean, there's a lantern up in the corner. There's a few strange like purple crystals that are kind of in an open drawer. That I mean, that's it really. You can see like a gas lantern. A few shiny things, but nothing of particular interest.
I'm guessing Corvin is in here with us.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to make a check as well. That's wisdom, yeah.
I love this shop. It's so stupid, but anything convenient.
Honestly, my favorite kind of shop in any type of town is that shop that has literally just a boatload of random shit and crap, because you can find anything from a fucking toothbrush made of bone to a fucking spell scroll to possibly some random magic item.
They're in real life as well. I once saw a shop with like instruments and a gas mask and a straw hat.
Crovin just kind of looks around and then looks to the rest of the party and just he just walks out the store and just shakes his head.
This place
Too much.
It's too kitschy for my liking.
Too messy.
No fucks could be given.
Okay, so he looks over everything that you guys have managed to acquire. He says, "You buy? How much? How much you offer?"
Right, because this guy doesn't take a pay in just gold.
Yeah, he does take money, but he's more of a not fixed price kind of person. It's like what you trade or what you want for this.
Yeah. He barters.
Yeah. Loose bartering.
I give you troll stunk for it.
He looks at you peculiarly. What is troll stunk?
After Nemo shows him this.
He kind of snatches it out of your hand and kind of looks at it awkwardly. No. What else? What else have you got?
Let's see, what else do I have 3 direwolf spikes.
Oh, show me.
She pulls out 3 of her 6 direwolf spikes. From back way when she killed the direwolves. Here you go.
He kind of leans in close to the table, kind of takes them up with his thumb and middle finger and looks at them closely. Oh. I will trade these and 10 gold for that book. It points to the book Siren has.
5 gold, you say?
10 gold.
Make it 5 and I'll throw in another direwolf spike.
Make a persuasion check.
What book does Siren have?
I have Hefsut, the Immortal, Truth and Lies.
Sounds like a rom-com.
Kinda.
Sounds like an action movie.
Kind of.
It's like
26.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
6 gold.
5 and 5 silver.
Deal. He holds out his hand and clasps yours, and he kind of shakes it vigorously. And kind of.
Yeah. Okay, so it came out to 5 and 5. Yay, I have 1 silver left.
Yeah, he scoops the spikes and all the gold and silver kind of off the table, just somewhere down behind the back of the counter. You're not sure where, but you hear ting 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 ting.
So, did you manage to find that scroll?
Nope.
No, sadly. And I couldn't find anything that would suggest he had the 2 things we would need.
Out of character, wasn't he saying he was going to go look, or did he come back unsuccessful?
He did take a look, but he didn't seem to find any scrolls of
okay.
remove curse.
Sorry, I've got the fan on, so sometimes things get lost in the woo. Right, well, it's worth looking at least. I'd like to do one last look around.
Sure. Make one last investigation or perception check.
Looking specifically for something decorative. I
Okay.
mean, something nice to put in something simple to put in the wagon. Perception.
Make your roll. There we go.
I already did.
18. Okay,
Oh, it was
so
delayed.
you do find kind of stacked in one cabinet this very nice kind of ornamental dragon's head, kind of sculpted in like pure silver, kind of ornamented and kind of mounted on a wooden placard.
Oh, you bitch! You know my weakness. I am very favorable towards not the character. Me as a person is very favorable towards any sort of dragon decoratives.
Yeah.
Get fucked.
He's gonna sort of, since it's like, how big is it in terms of like size?
Size-wise, it's about as big as your head.
Oh, that's not too bad. I was thinking something huge.
Oh no, it wouldn't even fit in this shop.
An actual petrified dragon.
No, I mean like I was something grandiose. But no, if it's like the size of my head, then fuck. He's gonna sort of lean back a bit so it's more clear to the counter area where he is. How much you want for this old thing?
That's 150 gold.
So looks at it. Let's see. Give you 20 of some erudite shards.
His eyes kind of widen at the prospect of erudite shards. Oh, erudite! Show me!
He is going to saunter over to the counter. I have these broken erudite crystals from the time we were attacked by the
And
goblins.
he kind of furrows his brow.
I'm only going to take I'm going to take 2 out, just to
Okay.
you know.
He furrows
Test the
his
waters.
brow as he sees that they are, in fact, kind of broken, in shattered shards.
Well, he did say they were broken.
Gather, he's not the most. He doesn't pay attention much. Make a persuasion check as he's thinking.
I'm going to slide a 3rd along as he's deliberating. Double 13s, fucking unlucky number. Great.
No, 150 gold.
I'm gonna scoop the shards back. No, I'm good. Walk off playing hardball.
What is this book and why do you want it so bad?
No, it's not, I'm looking at a dragon bust on a fucking placard. Simon's the one with the book.
Mm-hmm. And you already got the book.
Oh, yeah.
It's just something
Sorry,
right
I
on the
just couldn't
caravan,
figure out
but
what
he's
the
not
hell
paying
you
that
were
much
looking
for
at.
it.
Is there anything that looks to be of goblin make in here?
Make a perception check.
Yeah. Ooh. That's actually good.
So you do see off to the far side what looks like a strange hodgepodge contraption. It looks like it may have once been a regular crossbow, but it's got all sorts of different attachments, different. You can see what looks like a sort of tin can has been kind of strapped to the bottom. Oh, sorry, it's been strapped to the top, and it kind of revolves a bit. You can see kind of a bunch of arrows, kind of a bunch of bolts next to it as well. Looks like made from thick bits of thick kind of dowels of wood, and you can see various teeth of some sort of creature kind of roped to the end. It's an unusual contraption, but it's definitely of goblin make.
He kind of picks it up. I don't know how big is it. Is it like? Yeah, I assume it's fit for a goblin.
Yeah, it's about your size.
Would I, just looking at it, be able to figure out what it is? Or what it does?
It seems like it might be some sort of rapid firing crossbow.
Can I use crossbows?
I don't know, can you?
Well, you
I
find
think
out.
so. You have martial weapons.
Yeah, I had
barbarian.
simple and martial, yeah.
You were proficient in all weapons, basically.
Oh.
I mean,
I
this
guess.
thing looks like a bunch of crap, but it also looks functional.
That's what goblin stuff is.
Yes, in this strange kind of, it has a strange goblin charm to it.
Yeah, it makes sense to Grunka.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna walk
like
it over.
It's like 40k Warcraft, Warhammer orcs. They just kind of throw shit together and hopes it works.
Is it red?
It could
Wonder
be.
what is that?
It's a what'd you call? Crossbow.
That's a crossbow.
Yeah, shoot fast.
It looks like it's held together with spirit and hopes.
Yeah.
You can see on the end of this sort of like tin can attachment, there is like this kind of hand crank, or at least what you think is a hand crank.
Ooh.
I'm getting a mental image of the fucking crank laser rifle from Fallout 4 mixed with a crossbow.
I
And it's
remember.
hilarious.
Was there any arrows to it? You said it was like a bundle or something.
It was like a bundle of 5 arrows. They look like they are, like Nero said, kind of linked together with like string and hope.
As they should be. I mean, he's gonna grab it and walk up to the halfling.
Yeah, Nindorf's a crazed-looking halfling.
Yeah, sure. He's gonna kind of hold it up and like this.
He kind of thinks for a moment. It'll be 50 gold.
Okay, kind of put it down and take out his bulging sack of
Oh, no.
random shit. Let's see.
Now
Go
is
ahead.
Grunka's time to shine. The
like a
true junk professionalism.
It's like a pawn shop. Let's see. He takes out on the table. He takes out a dwarven candle. He takes out a stone toe. He takes out 4 direwolf teeth. he takes out a very nice looking rock. Let's see, what else do I have? I take out a dried up, formerly colorful piece of coral. He kind of picks up and holds a large dwarven key and looks at the others.
There's a mixture of feelings from Nindorf. You can see very apparent in his face. As you place certain items on the counter, his eyes go wide, and then as you place other kind of more shitty items, his brow furrows. And I'll say just make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
That's gonna be fun. Hey.
What
Not
the
bad.
Of all the fucking people to succeed in this shop.
What can I say? He knows how to deal with trash. It's the government.
Hey,
I see you are a man of taste as well.
He's met his match.
I see you have good taste. I see you're a man of culture.
I will take all of this and all of this and 10 gold.
Oh, what the he yeeted down a key and then just kind of gave us some sideways eyes. Where the fuck were that key even from?
I
don't know.
It was, I think it was from the dwarven tomb with the thing with the dude.
Nindorf
Yeah.
is taking particular attention to the key.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going back there.
Does the quick question? Does Sound notice anything magical amidst all the stuff that Grunga
yeah.
just threw down?
Does he, Gronka?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I think Aaron meant Sow.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I said. So
Right.
Yeah.
My bad.
that's what
So, you don't notice anything inherently magical with amidst all the crap that Grunka's thrown on the counter.
It's magically wonderful.
You could
Magically
say that,
delicious.
yes.
What the fuck is Grunka actually throwing out?
Hang on, I'm writing it out.
Okay, and also, what are you buying for all of this? Because now I'm deeply curious.
I'm buying
What
a
is really
goblin
big?
rapid fire crossbow. You should be worried.
I am worried.
Yeah, good. It's made out of shoestring and hope. Let's see, what else did I?
Sorry,
plot down?
I will give you the stats next session.
Yeah, sure. Glad I didn't cough up the soulstone.
I assume that you're just literally
If you
spitting these
did,
out.
I would just buy it back.
Why do what the fuck? Why do I have 3 rotten fish on me?
Because you're
Why don't you?
you
Why
got those
wouldn't
back in Mort Porkney.
Oh, if I did.
Even Grunker just doesn't know what he has. He's just pulling out any old random crap from his bag.
I still love the idea of selling the fucking phylactery to this guy because she would never find it.
Oh no. This is not the phylactery.
I know, but this the idea of that.
Yeah. I mean, this is like a soulstone from the cultists. Let's see. I think that's it. Hang on.
Okay, dwarven candle,
Right.
colourful coral.
The key. Let's see. Where's?
Yeah, you need
what
the
is
key as well.
The key.
That-
Lar-
Part of the word rock was cut off on my screen, and I was very concerned for a second.
nice, nice art drop.
One nice cock. It was like, okay, I have several questions.
Large dwarven key. Okay, so
I mean,
that it's
think
all that
that's
it's all of that in 10 gold is what he offers you.
Grunka's also gonna take out a. Wait, what the fuck? What's this? He's gonna take out 1 singular rock skull. I don't know what this is. Why do I have this?
Rock skull.
I don't know why I have this, but I
You
have
need to
it.
start writing down where the fuck you're getting shit.
I should.
Oh no,
This-
I think that was from the Goblin Cave where you found a rock that looked like a skull.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
oh yeah.
Oh shit!
Christ, dude.
It's like a trip down memory lane with this
Yeah.
fucking bag.
I mean, part of the fun is not knowing what the fuck all
Part of
this
the fun is
shit is.
figuring out where it came from.
Yeah. I mean, sure. Take this. Maybe hold it up to the Hamlet a bit and say some phrases in Goblin and put it down.
I'll be
seems-
honest.
He seems entertained by this. You go.
I love the fact that Gronga has this weird sense of
make a
kleptomania.
performance check. Make a performance check.
Shit, where's this performance? There you go.
Well, this is officially the Grunker session now.
Yeah. You
I took some
you
classes.
You recite an ancient kind of deep goblin poem in your own language, and Lindorf is thoroughly entertained. I will say, just go ahead and make another persuasion check with advantage.
Oh god, now I'm gonna roll once. Yeah, at 18. It's
18.
good to have advantage.
Glorious. I will say 5 gold and all of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Okay, I'm done.
He scoops the gold and all the just crap just kind of ting 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 against the back of the counter there.
Let me just actually get rid of all this crap. Nice.
In the most glorious way possible.
This is fun. Yeah, I am now the owner of whatever this thing is, the Ass Blaster 5000.
No, Mass
Um,
Blaster.
Right.
Just add a one repeating crossbow, repeating goblin crossbow. And I'll send you the stats next week.
Okay. This is gonna be disastrous.
I hope
I
so.
don't know. Yeah.
I mean, what hasn't it been so far?
I mean, fair
I
point.
mean, it has been pretty undisastrous with all those crits.
Yeah.
Like, this is the smoothest that Grunka has ever had a transaction in his entire existence.
Hey, you know, it knows how to deal with trash.
A fucking barbarian does a nat 20 on a persuasion, followed by a nat 20 on a performance.
Yeah. He does have a plus one charisma, so that probably helps.
Okay, so moving on here, what would you like to do?
I'm done.
Well, I think we've found all we need to, all we can.
Yeah. Sao is still gonna sort of poke Nindorf about the fucking scroll she's currently holding on
Oh,
to.
right,
the
the stone
mold
Oh
Sure.
yeah. Okay, so for the sake of brevity here, which one was that? That was
Mold Earth.
Mold Earth.
It's
Okay.
a cantrip spell scroll of common quality.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I just got a price check here. Okay, so it's a fairly simple scroll. He does offer you 50 gold for it.
Yeah.
Okay. So mark off 50 gold.
I mean, I could try and barter a potion of invisibility, but
I mean,
I think you're good.
alright.
yep.
Cool.
Okay.
Oh, it's at this point in time where Siren remembers something because everyone, like, there's all this bullshit around her, and she's going to come up to Sal and just be like, "Oh, Sal, On a
Mhm.
couple of guards that we interacted with, I happened to find this, and she pulls out the dwarven flare gun.
Oh, right. I need to. No, I've got stats for that. Yeah, never mind.
It's like, so I noticed this. It seems to be some warning. Anyway, that's not important. But I thought that you might appreciate this. Show some interest.
You see as Sao sort of turns her head and looks at it, she has the puppy dog eye effect while looking at it and just goes, ooh. And just sort of almost delicately takes it and sort of
Saren pulls it away. I'm just kidding. No,
turns it a bit to look at it.
Very, very nicely polished. It's got this element of brass around the muzzle there, around the chamber. It's got a very nicely carved mahogany wood handle, kind of reinforced with like steel trimmings.
Sao is, well, captivated to say the least. In either case, for the sake of brevity and, well, not spending another fucking shopping session,
Mm-hmm.
we will say that was that.
Okay, you make your way out of Nindorf's Knickknacks and back into the streets of the Foot Drifts.
Yes.
So, what's the plan? What are you doing?
What time of day is it?
It's pushing late afternoon, about 4 or
So we've got
5ish.
some time still. Well, that was a bust. Any other ideas?
Sort of shaking her head and putting the flare gun away to not be distracted, Sao sort of looks. Well, it seems he didn't have a scroll we needed. So I guess our only option would be to seek out the person Kane mentioned.
I have an idea. I am becoming very tired of having to deal with this. What was supposed to be a short resupply is dragging on far, far too long. I say we just go to Lord Austin and collect him. There is very incriminating evidence against his household. The more time we spend faffing about, the more time he has come to realize we are going after him. He has done many things already, I am sure, to erase his guilt, to hide his stolen wealth, maybe even destroy the powder. It may not be legal, but I say we take him by any means.
Well, given that he is noble, as well as he had some station about
Ministry of Defense or something?
Yes, I imagine it would be like storming the underground layer, but far better organized and far better defended. We barely got out of that one.
It would amount to practical suicide if you ask me.
But it would probably be less dangerous in so far having to do the other thing that it seems we have to do, seeing as shipments and all that.
I'm
Kane.
just worried because this is becoming far too long of an investment. Every time we try to make progress, it's as if we hit a wall. It almost feels like there is nothing we can do.
It does certainly seem like everywhere we turn there seems to be something blocking us. But, if you recall our conversation with Lord Talonwood, it wouldn't be without merit what we aim to do. It would very much be beneficial to the Black Hand to see this through, as tedious as it might seem to be.
Yes, I'm just worried if we can do it in time.
Ah, yes, your shipment.
Not just shipment. I am worried about this, yes, that is thousands of gold, but my concern is they've certainly found out by now. These puppies are stolen. They know they've been had, and they may know it was us. We only have so long before someone comes for us, and the more we wait, the more evidence is corrupted or destroyed. We are literally racing against time, and we spend it shopping.
We spent it looking for something that can allow us to not waste time. It just so happened we came across some curiosities, and we were waiting to see if he had some scrolls of Remove Curse.
Very well.
We're systematically eliminating possibilities, Balthazar.
If you wish to make progress on this in a hurry, I suggest we take Kane's option of this dwarven fellow.
Well, it's an option. I'm offering it, but well, I suppose if you want to take it, there's multiple ways we can approach it.
I'm growing very antsy. If it's something we could do quick, let us.
Well, suppose the most direct route, if we aim to find Russ, that'll be through the Midreaches tunnel networks. That's how most of the gangs have got about so quickly. Of course, since most of the gangs here are probably handymen by now, the tunnels are probably calm with them. Could possibly try going through the sewers for a quicker route, but it's riskier. There's loads of traps down that way. From the time I was with these golden boys before I left them, the traps were frequently changed just to prevent intruders and rival gang members from getting too wise. So the options there.
Both are awful, but they are options. Good.
Can either go, yeah, we truly plan on doing this. You can either go through the front entrance, face the brunt of the forces of the handymen, or you can sneak around, sneak behind the lines and just deal with the traps instead.
I'm not adept with traps. Does anyone here feel comfortable scouting ahead for them? Disabling them?
I'd say it's doable on my part, but it becomes a question of complexity of said traps. However, I do believe it should be doable.
Afraid now I
Well, we
can't.
also have Glim
This is true.
and Caden. Both are good at what they do.
Glim sort of puffs his chest out proudly.
Very well then. Going straight forward wouldn't be much different, I assume, than how we stormed the mines, except maybe worse. Let's go around the back. Have our guilish friends here handle the traps, and we'll deal with what is left.
Crovin sort of pipes up for a moment. You don't plan on going through the sewers again, do you?
It is not a requirement for you to follow us on that part.
Good. I would much rather not get my new robes dirty.
I understand.
You a wizard?
Well, I am not employed for my offensive spells. I am employed for my mind, you see.
I understand. I thought that mind would be capable of casting prestidigitation, but that's fine.
Well, yes.
No. Let's not bicker at this time. How about instead we use Crovin for his mind, since that is his strong suit, as he kind of puts his hands together, open his palm, and looks to Siren. Do you think you might be able to do more research, perhaps on this powder, or maybe these ooze creatures, see if it truly would do something to help?
It's well, these things certainly interest me. I'll do what I can.
I'm certain their transmutational properties might have some practical wisdom you could apply to future golem projects.
That's
yes?
just what I was thinking.
Very good. So if we have you do the research, we can do the quite literal dirty work.
Wonderful. Very well. Where shall I meet you?
We can't
You
go back
think-
to the Lofty of Pain.
Yes.
And I doubt the demons would much appreciate going back to the Wonky Weasel.
Also true.
I do not like that place. But it is not a place we've spent much time at. And it is not a place I would go. So let's meet there.
Oh.
Very well. That must be the case.
We will have nicer lodgings, once we do not have to worry about being tracked. We will have a suitable reward. Small inconveniences now, large political pay and favors later, yes?
That sounds quite nice, if I'm honest.
And I'm
Besides,
inclined
at
to
least it's
agree.
better than the cave.
Oh, yes,
Much
yes.
better. Very well, I will meet you at the Wonky Weasel. He begins to make his way off. You are left to your own devices.
And as soon as Crovin is out of ear reach, Thao is gonna touch her earring and direct it towards Balthazar and Siren. Just to let you know, Crovin reeks of transmutation magic. And I do mean the reek of it.
Yes, that is to be expected given his work.
I don't mean like that. You two reek of each of your own little type in whispers when you're not doing your stuff before entering the, well, store. He was oozing of it. Like, really oozing.
We could ask later, but I would not be surprised if he has some of the more valuable golem components on his person. Something to consider. But
Or be aware of.
goodbye. Definitely. Good job keeping an eye out. Let us know anything else you might notice. But for now, let's make a plan.
Right, so, are we headed off then?
Gonna look to the others.
Yeah. Question is, where to next?
Well, we could begin preparations for going through the sewers.
We could also try and find another way in.
Given we're a bit strapped on time, as Balthazar suggests, I do say we just go for it.
Sounds good.
As for preparations, best we check for that we have rope and gear ready in case traps and or other obstacles.
Should we not also... I wish that we had... I know that whenever I was training younger, I heard about some magic that would allow you to look in on some people or scout ahead, so we didn't have to send anybody specifically in. I should have listened more in class. Should we perhaps...
I've read about it. What you mean? It's something that starts with scry or something.
Yes, scrying. It's divination magic specifically is the school, but it was definitely not my forte.
Never mind.
I mean, the only other thing I can possibly see is... Are we thinking of just going in, and I just want to clarify, are we thinking of going in and kidnapping Alston, or are we thinking of going in and just taking what we need from him?
I was thinking we could do both. At the very least, we could secure a potential subject of treason. Or detain him for questioning on why his wife's name is on treasonous paperwork.
Was it his wife or his sister?
Was it his
It was
wife or his
It was
sister?
his
I think-
sister.
Okay, well, that's my misremembering.
Well, still,
Why,
we'll
his
say Balthazar
sister.
said sister, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just worrying about the repercussions of... you know how these sorts of people are, Balthazar. They are such a stickler for law and following regulations and whatnot. I fear that, given how we could possibly procure the information from him, that they might not hold up quite as well in court. Though, actually, Balthazar, do you have means of having others tell the truth? Like a spell, perhaps, that forces people to speak the truth?
I know that knights can certainly cast such magics. I do not know if I can.
I can charm him.
True, but I fear that charm in and of itself is not quite as trustworthy for believing what people say. They're more likely to say what you want them to say versus what you need them to say. But just charmed people's truth, quote unquote, rarely hold up to the actuality of truth.
Well then, possibly while me and Glenn go find a way through the sewers to get to his house, you guys can go find a scroll that will help with Balsar's truthful thing.
Perhaps.
If I had a scroll, I could do something, yes.
Well, it's divine magic, is it not? Perhaps we can have a meeting or trial and have Alston taken to the clerics. I'm sure they'll be able to cast such a spell.
And why do you think the clerics there would cast such a spell on what basically amounts to a high noble at the request of demons? No offense.
Not. It wouldn't be at the request of demons. It'd be at the request of Lord Talonwood, the mayor of the town, and it would most likely be in a trial setting. If we kidnap Alston, all that would require is just a means of having him be at the proper place and time to have such a spell cast upon him.
We should definitely get his sister as well. There's too much going on here. He could potentially be a front. If his sister's name is on the paperwork, that's confusing. But if his sister's name is on the paperwork, there's the potential, yes, she really is the traitor, for lack of a
But she could
better
also
word.
be being framed in case of people like that's
Exactly.
what happened to take the paper.
No, they could just simply be in it together. And it makes more sense that the Dark Master would sign things for shipments as opposed to Lord Alston. Just saying.
Exactly. Still, she might know something. And they might be in it together, as you said. We should try and get both.
I think for now, Alston might be best. And then, once we procure him, get what we need to save Talonwood's boy, then we can go about using the law itself to gather up those we need.
Well, whatever we do, we should get to it. There ain't much daylight left.
It's 11 in the morning.
No, it isn't.
What time is it?
It's as you guys have been having this conversation, it's been turning about 5 to 6 now.
Yeah, we went to several shops since, and there was travel time involved, and yeah.
Yeah, the sun is gradually starting to set.
Yes, so we have, is it Glim, Kane, possibly Nero going forth and sneaking or whatnot, just to see the means of going in unnoticed, whether or not it's possible.
Okay. Split the party?
I mean, if they're scouting, it's not really like
Yeah.
what.
We're going
doing
to
this-
there,
are we
and
doing
then
this
they're going
tonight?
to dip in.
Wait, are you?
Well, I'm asking the group, out of character. Are we doing this tonight? Like what? What's happening right now?
Yeah, that's
I would
what
just
we
it's
need
sort of in circles.
I would just need a quick nap before doing it tonight, just because. Ow, I'm still hurting if I'm being slapped into a
Yeah.
wall.
That's a good point. We don't actually know what's
Yeah.
going to be down there, so maybe this is a tomorrow thing. and we do the procuring.
Nero, have you
of
used all
stuff.
your spells? Like, what spells have you used since last we did all
I've
this?
used none, but
We can just do a short rest, and you can use hit die.
like I said, it would be a short, just a quick 15 minutes. So
Yeah, but if this
Like
place is
an
bigger
hour.
than we think it is, then we could be there all night again. And as Balthazar mentioned, that maybe dealing with the dude is more pressing. No. We need to decide something.
Well, it would just
We
be
can
an
do a
hour-long
short-
short rest to get
Yeah.
Neural back up to full. And then if we all want to go, we can, and just have the 3 sneakers or whatever scout ahead of just the rest of the party to check for shit and disable stuff. And we can do that. Just have kind of like an expeditionary force with the scouts ahead.
Yeah,
Like,
that's a
that's
good
doable.
idea. Not completely going by themselves, but we're just taking a peek in to assess it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that then.
Okay.
So we're gonna take a short rest so Nero can be, so everyone can be up to full health, spend your hit die, whatnot.
And yourself, don't forget, because you also got hit with that, I think.
Short rest for everyone.
just one.
I imagine the short rest is probably happening as Vellum's doing his kind of evening ritual.
Oh, yeah,
Eight spell
sun's going
slots
down.
back.
Masturbating.
Yeah.
You only got hit dice from long rest, right?
No, you
No,
get hit
short.
dice back from
You
long
regain
rest.
them on long rests, but short rests
Yeah.
is what you spend.
That's
you
what-
gain
that's what I-
half of your total amount.
Yes.
Right, okay. That's what I was wondering.
Yeah. So for
Otherwise,
long
I'm-
rest you get 3 hit dice back.
Yeah, otherwise I'm following it. Full on everything. Easy
And I'm
stuff. I'm
ready.
using literally all of them.
And I'm sitting here untouched, just like, I'm fine.
Yeah, same.
Imagine not dodging an AoE.
Imagine the absolute scrubbery.
Or shrubbery.
Hey, that got me perfectly maxed.
Nice.
That is nice.
Very nice.
Also, that dude's totally a golem, right?
I don't know, maybe
Maybe.
he's just got like
Maybe he's a flesh puppet.
Which is
Yeah.
like,
Or
oh shit.
he's the one who did the whole ooze of the rhyme thing.
The rot
No.
ooze.
Yeah.
Retubes.
Well,
Retubes. So,
during this short rest, Janner, just to let you know, I will identify the spell scroll I bought.
okay.
Guess who can now make spell scroll of mold earth?
Nice.
Gurkha's
Want to
also
see me
gonna-
just plonk down a hand on the ground and just make a 5-foot cover? I can do that.
That is very easily abusable.
Yeah.
Oh, trust me. Once I heard mold earth, I'm just like, I'm buying that.
Right, so off to expedition.
Off
Okay.
to expedition.
So, which group is going where?
We're all
Everyone's
going.
going.
There's
Everyone's
sneaky
going to
people
the
on
initial
me.
location that the scout squad is going to dip in. So we're all in the same general vicinity.
Okay, so you would all be in the spied clefts. Mark off 1 silver for the
Well,
elevator
Nero's out of
trip.
money.
I have no more silver.
I'll pay. I'll
Well, she
pay.
just spent her last silver.
I'll pay. God damn.
God,
No,
such
I
a
mean-
high maintenance fiance, Jesus. It's not the fucking personal conflicts or the very odd in-laws or anything like that. It's the fact that she's being high maintenance that will break it.
I'm not high maintenance,
Anyway,
am I?
You're an alchemist. You are high maintenance in some regard.
But I'm an alchemist that gets my own ingredients.
Yeah, but those ingredients aren't gonna collect themselves. And they aren't exactly, easy to find.
So you find your way back to the Spire Cliffs outside of the, well, not literally just outside the Lofty Lapine, but in the general area where it's located. So, who is going off to scout the sewers?
Well, Nero's going.
Glim,
Okay.
Glim and Kane.
Yep. Okay, Nero, Glim, and Kane.
Yeah, we got.
Oh, not Gronko.
Yeah.
No, Gronko was also a stealth specialist.
But he's not a trap specialist.
Yeah, I'm just sneaky boy.
Alright,
What are you talking about? He disables every trap he finds.
with his face.
With his body, yes.
Exactly. Yes.
Well, I mean,
I've-
did
He
you
does not
see-
care about the trap that impales him with spikes, for he has barbarian
Nice.
damage resistance.
I mean,
You're
only
on.
if I'm
Really
raging.
hard.
Only if
I
I'm
mean-
raging.
There's also danger sense, but fair enough.
I mean, yeah, but it's.
I mean, that's for dodging, not. Sorry.
Guys, he's a bard. What are you guys talking about?
So anyways, on you
Yeah.
go, little ones.
Okay.
apparently.
Yeah.
Fly, fly,
I think
free.
Sao is gonna join them as well, just so they, have some other firepower besides, either stabbing somebody or casting magic.
At this point,
But
you're
we're
gonna
all
end up with
going.
half the party in there.
Like, we're all going.
I mean,
You don't have to
Sal's
go with
gonna
them.
be
We just want the
scouting
people that
pod
can
group.
find and disable traps going.
It's
Right.
just like
Okay.
we're right outside, and they're going dipping. We're not going anywhere.
Ah.
So-
I just think that Ducky meant that Sal's going with the scouting part of the group.
I know that's what I'm saying. It doesn't need to happen.
Okay. So, Kane rolling. That would be. Oh, hang on. No, that would be perception, not investigation. My bad.
By the way, Jenner, a handy tip I learned. If you type /talk to myself, nothing you do will get broadcast, even if it's off a macro. So if you
Oh, I
ever
know,
want
I
to
know.
hide a macro that has a dice roll, then go ahead.
He's already set it up.
It's. I mean, you're supposed to be able to see this because they are members of your party now.
Fair enough.
Okay. So that would be perception with advantage because Kane has been there before. You begin to make your way through some of the back alleys of the Spire Cliffs here. After a good hour, kind of trying to remember where he retraced his steps about a year ago or so. He eventually does come upon what looks like a manhole cover behind behind a place called the Golden Goose. And he says,
Oh yeah, wasn't this mentioned?
I think this is where the back entrance is.
All right then. So shall we get going?
Okay.
Hmm.
Altogether, you begin to you lift up the manhole cover, and there is darkness beyond, and a ladder kind of guiding you down. The smell is awful as is to be expected from the sewer, but yeah. So, one by one, you begin to make your way downward. Is it? There it is.
Oh shit. Don't know where we are. I need to zoom out.
Ace Jan and your humongous maps.
Actually, can't even see myself at all on the map. Wait, maybe
Yeah.
I'm not actually on it.
We're not on it. Give me a sec.
I think this is only for those going in, but we should. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we'll be following them in a second. Just to check.
Oh god, I just pulled the thing back up because I was messaging in Discord. What? Black screen? Where am I?
Sorry,
Nowhere
Nowhere
yet.
as of this
I'll bring you up. Give me a moment.
Mine fucking god, Jenner.
Hey, I see.
Oh, I see a thing.
I see a thing as well.
I see a
hey.
thing.
Hey,
Oh yeah, we all
door.
have control of Glim, so we can technically see through his eyes.
So one by one, make your way down. Siren and Vellum, there we go.
Because
I
I
want to hear
can.
about your secret ships, dude. Just switch my mode.
Oh hey, you changed Siren's combat token.
That was from last time. It's been like that for like a couple sessions, I think.
No.
Oh,
Like,
changed it again.
Not where it's all the way
Yeah.
up to the shoulder.
Yep,
Nice.
that's awesome. And bam.
So, you can see various bits of mold and mildew on the walls. The smell of just stale and gungy water is overwhelming, and it's because the bricks are somewhat moist as well. You can see that the ceiling comes to like this. It's a circular kind of tube-like shape which you find yourselves in. It's about 10 feet from water to ceiling, and about 10 feet wide.
Okay then. Gang, do you happen to remember which way to go from here?
Right. Let me see here.
I haven't been here, have I? Or did we take this?
This is a different path.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay. Otherwise, I would know
I
the way.
still suggest you come with us, just in case if we get lost, you'll be able to bring us back to here.
All right.
Kane
I'll follow
Gradually-
a bit behind.
gradually begins to make his way forward.
Don't. Glim's coming, right?
Yeah, we have control over him, so it's just like. Yeah.
Let's see here. Make a perception check.
Do we have a marching order going through here?
Spy.
Before we
I
go
spy
moving about
my
all
little
over,
eye.
before we go moving about all over the map, we should probably decide a marching order instead of just going willy-nilly.
Well, I thought we were only going to have a few people going forward with the scouts, but apparently,
Yeah, I thought that
everybody
as well,
is.
but then everyone's moving suddenly.
Well, I thought
Yeah,
this
you,
is
you know the
go.
point of a scout team is to have a small amount of people go ahead.
Yeah.
To reduce the risk of people seeing you.
and getting caught in things like traps and stuff.
Yeah.
Plan never survives first contact with the enemy. The enemy being a sewer.
No, the enemy being ourselves.
The enemy is just team coordination.
Sarah's gonna touch her earring. It's like, why are so many of you up front with these scouts?
Because some of us can see in the dark.
Yes, all the scouts. It's amazing how that works.
What's that?
Make a perception check.
Apparently just does what he fucking wants.
I mean, he's just kind of standing there.
Well, I'm not gonna
19.
go in because
Looks like, from what you can see, it looks like very, very thin wires of, very thin wires which kind of glow the sort of subtle orange.
Oh. Oh, that's that's not good. Don't seem right.
So can
Yeah.
with this
What that? Survival 23.
survive.
It looks, you see big old bloody stain on the brickwork here. You can see what looks like kind of fresh, empty kind of rib cage stripped clean. Looks similar to the bones of a rat, but much larger.
A big rat.
Huh.
Kane kind of looks around. Well, I think came through here last time, but seems like they bricked it off.
So you went that way?
Yeah.
Seems like a dead end.
Yeah, that seems to be the case. Last time I was down here, they were busy bricking off and unsealing another wall, just to prevent people from other rival games from getting too wise. Like I said,
Neil's going to like wrap her hand against the wall, see if she can tell if it's hollow or not. Granted, this would be more of a Sal thing, but
make a perception check.
perception.
It would also be nice if you didn't, stand in the sewage, but okay.
11.
Nero, you are currently up to your chest in sewage.
Yeah, you are tiny.
Yeah. Pull
Better.
yourself out.
She got scales. It'll just
Oh,
slip
shit.
right off.
And plus I swam through people, remember?
Glim. So Glim is going to, because I just moved him because I wanted him to kind of move around. Glim is going to, like, wave his hands very noticeably in the air and point this direction to the giant ROUS.
Granted, Neil was right here within sight of the rat and it didn't do anything, so
Oh, I couldn't see you. You might be
Yeah,
underwater.
make a perception check for Glim.
Underwater.
keep an eye on the
Shit,
rat.
I don't fucking know. I don't know where his backup characters. No. I don't know where Glim's character sheet is, so I'm just. Is it true? There it is. Okay. Perception. Oh, hey, nice.
Yeah. Glim
that's- yeah.
sees nothing but a rat, yes, but it is currently unmoving.
Good stuff.
Sal, can you come over here and check out this wall?
However, Glim does see very, very, very faint movement with the rat.
Glim's going to. Doesn't have an earring, so he's going to kind of flutter back and just be like, how did fucking Glim sound?
Fairly
Lollipop
high
Gil.
pitched, just generally.
I think these are right. I think the rat's moving a little bit. Slightly Australian.
I mean, I was just doing that because I can't do an American accent.
Oh no, that's fine. If you want to, I can just do. I think there's a rat.
That's
There's slight
fine.
movement.
Keep an eye on it.
Meanwhile,
There's no need to really
So,
deal with
Nero,
it.
your 11 perception, you don't see, you don't feel much. It feels like stone. About as much as you
maybe a
can
little bit.
you can gather.
Sal, can you come help me take a look at this wall, see if we can find a way through it, or a weak point in it, so we can bust through? It's currently in our way.
I mean, sure.
How tall are the sewers?
They're at 10 feet. 10 feet by 10 feet.
Okay. I put the wing up just to say that Glim is 5 feet up, so he's flying at 10 feet.
Okay.
So yeah, we're trying to find if there's like a weak point in the wall that we can force our way through, or if there's like a crack we can squeeze through or something.
Both of you make an investigation check, or one with advantage.
I should
Ein
probably close my
Moment.
window because this map is very dark. I can see clearly now. The light is gone.
I can see clearly now the rain is gone.
What's your investigate?
Who rolls? You or me?
Well, that's the thing. Mine is +0, so
Fine, I'll do it.
with advantage because I'm helping.
24. So you do see that eventually you do manage to find what looks like one of the bricks has been sort of depressed into the wall. You can see around that area there is no mortar in the bricks nearby.
She's gonna lightly run her finger over it to sort of gauge if it can be pressed in or anything.
Or
really.
pulled out.
Yeah.
The wall is double layered, as far as you can tell. You kind of move one of the bricks, doesn't budge. Move another brick, doesn't budge, and then the one next to the depression, where it looks like a brick has been missing, you kind of slide it back into that depression. The wall begins to open.
The secret door? Yay!
They know their craftsmanship. I'll give them that. However, they could do some fine tuning.
You're clearly better at it than they are.
It's not a question of being better. It's a question about the skill of hiding it. This, I'd wager it was a chance. Kane, Clem, way is open.
Oh, okay. But it's over. I'll let you guys control him. I've already got control
Sorry.
of Kane.
Yeah, I was just. Yeah,
I think we should nominate somebody to move him, otherwise we're all going to try and move him.
Yeah.
I got it.
Kind of why I sort of called them over.
Kane sort of goes, "Oh, that's clever. I haven't seen him do this before."
No!
Can't see anything. Does Glimpse token not have dark vision?
Ooh,
I don't think imps have dark vision.
No, imps
Interesting.
do not have dark vision. Otherwise, I'd be
You
giving them
just
too
bump him
much.
into walls.
Yeah.
Ow, ow.
Then he's just going to cast. Actually, what does he have? Because he is a person. Huh.
So, seeing as I don't see anything hostile, I'm gonna cast this. Wow.
Okay, nice. I'll hang on. There's a
Get
nice-
Torchy.
Where's Torchy when you need him?
Yay, Torchy.
Bam. Torchy arrives.
Yeah.
That's a lot of blood.
Yeah.
It is,
you
isn't
can,
it?
as soon as light begins to suffuse the nearby area, you can see what looks like smears of blood across the stonework here, leading towards what looks like this mass of tangled silk. You can see slight movement in the silk as well.
Yeah, no. Please tell me we don't have to go that way.
Lots of dead things.
Not that,
The rat.
not that I can recall. I think Golden Boys did occasionally. They did occasionally open a few walls that way. I think the further we get in, the harder it's going to be to tell where the last route was.
Got it.
What did you cast light on, by the way?
Oh, just something that King was holding, seeing as he and Glim don't have dark vision and I do.
On Kane's cape.
Cape of Light.
Cape of Light.
Okay. Game, left or right from here?
I'm gonna make what's
Jesus, this is fucking.
I hope
huge.
left. I really don't want to go right.
what's memory? That'd be intelligence, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. I think we go down there.
Are my eyes deceiving me, or do I see a bunch of lines?
Make a perception check.
I mean, none of us can see what you see, so maybe?
Was asking Kane, but perception. 14.
Kane's gonna help
Torch.
you with that as well.
Torch rolls a 14.
Move him out of the way because I'm difficulty selecting Kane. Kane kind of looks down the hall. You're not wrong. That's new. Not seen this before.
Glim?
Bloop. Glim is going to summon Mage Hand and send it forth to. Are these lines across? Are like they? Like are they on the ground or are they like jumbled in the air?
They are on the. They're kind of linked from the ground to the ceiling, linked all across the room, essentially. It's like a great big, very thin cords of subtly glowing orange.
Thin cords of subtly glowing orange. Huh. Going to... Yeah, sure. Why the fuck not? Glim is going to summon Mage Hand.
Mm-hmm.
And have a little look-see. I think... Mage Hand? Yep. Just want to double check something. Okay. Alright. Need to double check. Okay. He's gonna fly just a tiny bit closer.
Okay.
And then with the Hand of Magery, can send it out 30 feet from him. So he's
Okay.
gonna go up to one of the lines and pluck it.
Could you ping Mage Hand for me real quick?
Sure.
Okay. So the hand kind of floats through the corridor and goes up to one of these lines, kind of clasps around it. You watch some essence of flame kind of catch on the hand.
Looks like fire magic.
So don't touch. Can you disable it?
Yes, because with Mage Hand and Mage Hand Legerdemain, I can make disarm checks. So yes, he is going to. Would this be? Yes, Thieves' Tools. And I'm gonna. Can I do? Do I have? Yes. Okay. So yes. Bloop.
10. Okay.
Unless he rolls
So-
a 4. Still.
So you pull some of the threads down, it's difficult, but you do manage to pull a couple of threads down. So there is still a few more threads left.
Well, Glim's gonna just keep doing that then.
Okay.
Those damn dirty thieves. Yeah, he can just he's just gonna keep doing it.
Okay. Well, all right then. So for the next I'll say about 10 minutes. You spend kind of floating the hand around. Catches a few lines, but you manage to pull them down anyway. And eventually, you do kind of dispose of them, kind of wrap them up, and kind of throw them into the sewage. And the flow of the sewage kind of carries it down south.
Delightful.
So,
Nero will make a dexterity saving throw. Glim 2.
Oh!
Oh no.
dexterity save. Oh no.
Quick question: would passive perception have noticed anything?
What's
Passive
his
perception
passive?
of 16.
Not quite.
Okay. Dex save.
Yes, dex save.
23.
And a
19.
double 19.
Okay. So, both of you narrowly managed to escape what looks like yeah, there we go. You both narrowly managed to escape what looks like this spiked gate on a hinge that kind of swings back.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
There it is. Swings back. You and Nero, you definitely felt a faint tug on your foot as you were passing.
Okay. Now is like the gate slammed shut and locked, or is it?
It's kind of loosely swinging in place. It's a lot like the traps you often see in Skyrim in dungeons.
Gotcha.
Huh.
Let's just be more careful. Running ahead.
Yeah, well, I kind of thought you would see something if there was anything here.
Well, we were distracted by the strings.
Okay.
And
Well, gonna.
with that, let's start just being a lot more
Gonna
perceptive.
hand the trap back. So it's enough for people to get by.
Okay, so you gently pull it open.
Yeah.
From that angle, it's pretty hard to see. So,
Thankfully, the string is now snapped, so there's no risk of it happening again.
Yay.
you mind moving Kane a bit so we can pass?
I think you can go through allies, can't you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but-
moving too far forward in a trap-laden area is probably not a smart idea.
Okay, so Lim is going to start looking for more traps. in
Okay,
general
make
vicinity,
a perception check.
and then nice.
24. You do
Spiders.
see what looks like another string spanned across the sewage pipe around this way, around to the
Okay,
north.
gotcha. Glim is also going to move a little bit closer, and he's gonna mage hand that motherfucker.
Okay, so
Thieves Tours. Wow,
Thieves'
he's
Tours.
rolling really bad for disabling shit. I mean, if he can't disable it, he's just gonna try to trip it, because
Okay.
30 feet of distance is usually good for these things.
Turns out it's a flood trap, and we all get submerged in sewer water.
So, intentionally, Glim springs it once again. Well, for the first time even. And it kind of swings close. There it is. And it just kind of hangs loosely against its hinge. You also notice, Glim, what looks like another unmoving rat up in the corner here. And you can see it's subtly moving as well.
There are a lot of really dead, kind of gross things. And they seem kind of like there's something inside them. I don't like this. We should stay away from the rat buddies.
Sorry, I didn't catch that, Nero. You are breaking up.
Oh no.
Hello?
There we go.
Hello.
Alright then. So... either north or south.
There's a lot of like webs and stuff up north.
Indeed, but there's also a trap which would suggest that they don't want us going that way. But then there's also this way down here which seems to have a gate. Well,
Quick question,
what?
Jenner.
Yeah.
Is this light source? Is this a light source? Is that why it's illuminated?
Is what light source?
Up at the very north.
At the very north.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that looks like the light from above shining down from a grate.
Oh.
Mm.
Man, there's a lot of spiders. I don't like spiders.
you and me both.
Especially big ones. Because I'm tiny.
So, Jan, what's this?
That looks like solid iron bars.
Do you
Kind of,
happen to remember what it came?
I think it's intelligence.
Ooh.
Yeah, intelligence memory.
Natural 20.
Oof. Oh no! Right, hang on. Back this way. Kind of squeezes past all of you.
Hey,
Think it was that way. See if they haven't bricked it up again.
okay, Sal.
Clem's gonna check for traps.
Okay.
Well, me
Okay.
and Sal
Make-
look for
Yeah.
mechanism.
Glim. Yep. Okay. 19.
Is the wall trapped at all?
I don't see anything that would indicate it to be a trap. No.
Okay. So with that said, Clem's gonna back up.
— 16.
16.
To look for the mechanism for the door if this is the hidden wall.
You just about meet it. So, you do see another kind of depression in the wall, with no mortar around the bricks surrounding it.
Second verse, same as the first.
Okay, you slide one of the bricks next to the depression into the depression, and it begins to kind of rumble open.
Yay!
A chitinous leg suddenly kind of reaches around,
Of course.
and it, as you watch as this stone door breaks, some of the webbing, and you watch as it begins to sort of split a cocoon that was webbed behind it.
Ew.
Delightful.
Call
spiders
it.
again.
You watch as some kind of unrecognizable mass just kind of spills out, just fused with tiny little spiderlings, and some orange, some glowing orange orbs. It splits open.
Called it.
And the sword is out.
Be there.
You can put your pants back on.
She wishes.
Your reaction.
Okay.
Double click that, by the way.
Yeah, so it would have been the first one.
Oh.
So technically, this would be a surprise round, as the spiders weren't expecting you to open the door and ruin their meal, as it were. Give me a moment, so I will start the combat.
Yeah. Oh, right, yeah.
Oh, hey.
Everyone forgot that combat was automatic at the start.
Does Siren notice this? Like, she's far back. There's a bunch of people in front of her. Like, did anyone say anything, call out, or
Well, you heard what Niels shouted, I assume.
what'd you shout?
Fucking spiders! And is unleashing fire.
And there are short people in front of me.
We don't roll for
There's
initiative.
Vellum and Kane. Like,
Oh, not during
Sal.
that, I guess.
yeah. She's just going to. Yeah, she's just gonna chill. That's gonna be her turn.
Okay. So you, what are you doing?
Well, not to deafen everybody here, I am not gonna use my gun.
Just use it anyway.
Yeah. We're used to it by now, except for the kid. Fuck him.
Yeah. That's
It's
not
a
like it
learning
actually deafens
experience.
people.
Yeah.
It's magical gunpowder. It's silent.
I wish. Fuck it, I guess. Seeing as I'm pretty fucking tall and everybody else is sort of, tiny in a way.
Balthazar and Siren, tallest people in the group.
Yep.
Demons are naturally tall anyway.
What you doing?
I shoot.
Go ahead and shoot.
Repairs.
At 10.
Resonates out through the cavern. Against which one? Okay, that does not hit. Kind
I
of
figured.
bounces off the stone walls.
I'm worried that you said which one. Because we only
I
see
mean,
one.
there's tiny spiders.
Nah, I mean, the sewage count as hard as rough as like difficult terrain.
Sorry?
Would the sewage count as difficult terrain?
Well, it is flowing in a certain direction, and it's kind of it would sort of count as rough terrain, yes.
Hmm.
Yeah, as you're having to kind of wade through the thick sludge.
Quick
Lovely.
question, since we're here. Is all of this wall open or just one part of it?
All of it is currently open. It's just finished opening.
Okay.
Oh, so it's a
an
10th.
accessible spot.
Okay, okay, well then Siren probably would have seen that, so it's okay. It's already been happening, so continue.
Is that doing anything else?
No. Bonus
Okay.
action to reload.
Hit done. There you go. Vellum, what are you doing?
Well, with difficult terrain, well, with how everything is, I don't know if I can actually get all the way over there. Maybe just.
Yeah, you can go through allies.
Yeah, but it's still difficult terrain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember spiders. They are not fun, so I'm just gonna scale on to defense mode over. They're tiny spiders in front of me, right?
You did see them kind of spill out of the cocoon, or
Right.
well, more specifically, out of the body that was inside of the cocoon.
Right. They're not in the space I'm in, right? I haven't stood on spiders without realizing.
No.
Okay, good. Well, I'm just ready and Are these spiders, these tiny ones, are they big enough to be a concern?
They are
Oh,
about fist size. Actually, make a perception check.
Ah, okay. They're spiders.
Looks like spiders to you.
Well, I mean, if they're fist size, I'm gonna swing at them. So, fucking, let's go.
There's
Refresh
something
my
off
memory.
about these.
Yeah, well, it's enough
They're
to.
trying to kill you.
fucking- 2 attacks.
Nice.
Oh, I'm auto rolling damage.
Okay, so against the one in front of you, yeah?
Yep, and if that
Yep.
dies on the first hit, then I'll just whack the one next to it.
Not 24 hits, 9. Okay. So that. Hang on. What is math?
Baby, don't hurt me.
So that would be 18. Okay. So you watch as Vellum kind of cleaves a good chunk of these small fist-sized spiders, just kind of
Nice low
straight
sweeping
in two.
That'll be me then. Oh, it's Spooter's turn.
You knew.
But it was a
My
surprise
gusto.
round, so said Jana.
No me gusta the sounds.
Oh right, I didn't make use of my sounds that aren't there anymore. Weird.
Ooh.
So
Surprise
going
round?
to surprise round.
Yeah, you said that we got a surprise round because they weren't expecting us to open up and...
Oh yeah. Oh wait, I've forgotten how this works. Someone help me here.
With what?
Surprise round.
Oh, I think we just get a turn before they do.
Yeah,
Isn't
that's
it?
basically it.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing special happens. It's
Yeah, it's just that,
basically just normal turns.
yeah, except that they don't act.
So they don't act.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
So next turn. Yeah, so next
Okay.
turn they will.
Teeny Spooters.
They're both busy, kind of
Oh,
skittering
Grog
about.
is in the same spot as Sal. When did that happen?
It is small, so
Yeah.
that's it. It's 5, 10, 20, 30. Yeah. Right, so we have small spiders in front, tiny spiders in the back, or big spider in the back.
Big Spooter.
Large lad. I can't reach the big one from here, he's too far away. Well, I guess we're just gonna smash some of the little spiders in front of him.
Oh, it's smash.
Yeah. Bam, bam.
Yeah, both of those hit. You just obliterate the first remaining swarm of the first spiders here. You watch as Grunker kind of lifts his hammer back up, like, just spider guts stick to his hammer. Then he goes for the next swing and completely decimates the other half of the next swarm.
Shield your eyes, Webby.
So
Bad
we'll just
influence.
remove that token there.
Yeah. Right, I guess that's it. I guess I can't really do anything else.
Don't forget the clip done.
Yeah. Just
Balthazar.
thinking if I actually had anything else to do. but I
Balthazar,
don't.
you hear all this commotion going on around the corner. What do you do?
Are you muted?
Soyun, what is around the corner?
Spiders. And lots of them.
Of course it's spiders.
And the big one.
Oh, I heard that. I don't like that.
I can hear the silent screaming from him already.
Okay, I have an idea. Have fun with that.
Balthazar just makes a run for it.
I just walk around the corner near Siren, and I spend my action to summon my weapon. But instead, this time I summon it as a longbow.
Okay, nice.
Yeet. And that's my action and some of my movement. So that's all I got.
I will guard your body from here, Vellum, don't worry.
Okay. So hit done there.
And let's stick done
Where's the done button?
in the chat.
In the chat.
Oh, that's right. There we go.
Okay, Kane's turn.
Okay.
I was expecting a pop-up near my character. Like, I'm not seeing it.
Time for Tiny Boy.
So Kane just kind of looks at this whole thing, this whole ordeal in horror. No, don't like it. And he's gonna string back his bow and he's gonna fire twice at the large spider.
An appropriate reaction.
14 and... Hang on. Is it AC? 14, yeah, both of those hit. So 9 piercing. Okay, which is thunk, thunk, 2 arrows straight into the side of this massive black spider. One into the abdomen. You can see greenish ooze kind of leaking from its mass. And he's gonna spend his movement to back the fuck up. Kind of back up around the corner. Oh, I fucking hate spiders.
Yeah, they're not quite nice, Andre.
Nero, your turn.
So... Sploosh.
You're up to your neck.
Yak.
I can purchase dissertation, I can clean myself. But spiders!
Too many people use prestidigitation as a shower, it's gross.
It doesn't actually get clean, it just removes the smell. You know that, right?
Burning
No,
hands.
it unsoils. It basically removes every single thing that's not you from.
Sorry, what
Like
was that?
with the
What was that? DC 15?
Yep.
What was that? What save was that?
Dex.
Dex.
Sorry. No, I'm not looking. My bad. Okay, it gets a swarm of spiders.
It's a cone of 15 feet, so...
Oh shit. Okay.
Hits everyone. Well, everyone is not.
Yep, it hits all the way to back there.
Jesus. Okay. And the Dex save for the big one.
I just realized I could probably have ended this encounter.
Giant
before
spider
it even
fails.
go.
Only one of the small spiders succeed. So 13 fire damage to the big one. Yeah, he watches it. This great big cone of night fire just emits from Nero's hands, just engulfing the entire alcove here, behind the bars. You see
And
the whole
Bellum would just-
There.
the whole
Wait,
place
no,
the whole place just immolates in night fire, just setting the giant spider ablaze, killing it instantly.
roast.
Get that back, and then 13 damage to that one. 13 damage to that one. Half damage to half 13. 6. Okay. You watches all of the tiny spiders begin scurrying around and like.
Some of them pop. Ew.
Nero, make a perception check.
Okay.
Ah, damn it. Nope.
9.
The night fire engulfing them, you don't make out their forms.
Well, yeah. Fuck spiders. And with that, I am done.
Glim.
Who wants to take control of him now?
I assume Siren?
Seeing as Siren has been up to of doing it up to
Haven.
Yeah,
Haven.
Avon's been doing it pretty well so far.
Uh,
Unless Avon doesn't want to in combat.
can you not hear me?
Yeah.
A second, man.
We can hear you.
What?
So let's see.
Sorry, what? Okay.
So is that? Oh wow, he really only has. Interesting. Okay, what all is left? Just a single swarm. So there
You
are few
see
swarms?
three. You see three clusters of tiny fist-sized spiders.
all of which are black fire.
Okay, in that case, need to double check one thing. Actually, no, fuck it. Glim is going to use a bonus action to disengage. And go un, deux, trois, floating above Neural, because he can. And then he is going to Booming Blade one of these mother bitches.
Okay, nice.
Is that a cantrip? Why is it asking me what level to cast it at? Fine, I'll do it that. Although I think that's not quite right. Yeah, 1d8. Why is that's weird? Okay. Fuck me. Okay, that's odd. Here. Plus the dagger. I'm doing this on the fly. Give me a second. Okay. So it's a 13 to hit one of the swarms.
13
And
to
if it
hit. That hits. That hits. Definitely hits.
Okay, then it deals 1d8 thunder damage. And then, if it moves before the start of next turn.
Okay, so I assume it's that one.
Yep. And then it's going to step back out of range. Disengage, so no opportunity attacks.
Nice.
And that's Glim's turn.
Okay.
Bleep.
And then it's you again.
Hey!
So top of the
it's
round.
Siren.
Top of the round. Nerul, Grunka, Velum. You all begin to hear kind of chittering further down in the sewer. It's from somewhere.
Please
You hear-
no.
The direction.
You hear many the many clattering, the many clicking of many chitinous limbs.
Don't forget about time. Yeah,
Yep,
don't
I
forget
know.
about the time, you know.
I know. Sorry.
Siren is going to seeing all this shit happening and just be like, okay, I do not like. I really don't like spiders. And then she's going to toll the dead, the one that Glim just hit. So DC 16 Wisdom save where it takes 19 damage.
Please
Okay.
no.
DC 16
Wisdom.
wisdom. Okay.
I don't know how wise.
That
spider
just
spells
manages to
are.
succeed at 16 exactly.
Are you serious? Fuck.
I'll take a screenshot for you.
No, it's
So
fine,
young
it's
yet
fine.
so wise.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I'm surprised by that.
Well, I mean, it is on fire, so it's probably more worried on other things.
And then with that done,
There
she's
you
just
go.
going to like. Oh no, you're good. Yeah. So with that, she's just going to like silently curse herself, and then just like shake her head, and yeah, that's done. She's good.
Okay. So Yun, what are you doing?
Could you drag out a spell effect with a 10-foot radius?
10-foot radius? What do you mean?
Pull out like a square thing that measures out the radius of a 10-foot area of effect
What
spell.
are you casting?
Sphere. shatter.
Shatter. Okay.
So pick a point that's in a corner of a square and measure out 10 feet. So, right here.
Yep.
So basically right in the middle of the big spider.
Okay.
Goals.
So you cast Shatter. So all of them make a DC 13 con save.
Yeah, my spell casting is a bit shit. You will.
That's fine. You're more shooting than spending.
One of them just about saves with a 13 exactly. The other two, 3 and a 4.
Ta-da.
Okay, so you watch the small cluster of fist-sized spiders in front of you, Nero, just explode in a kind of sparking explosion of just greenish gore and kind of electric thunder, just splattering all over you. The next
Yeah,
one.
And
Yep. Next one's
just
second
for the
verse, same as
flavor.
first.
And just for the flavor, Kane, Buff, and Siren can probably see that Sao just holds out her hand and just does the classic snap. And then it just goes.
Ah, shit, she's Roy Mustang.
It's
mean, she's-
cheesy, I know, but I fucking love it.
It's alright. Siren did the same thing with hers.
I mean, it works.
End turn.
And
Yeah. Gonna slice some spooters.
Spooters.
On me, and if the first one kills it, then I'll have the second attack be the second.
13, 19, both of those hit. And with
Nice.
that, you just you just cleave through some of these tiny fist-sized spiders, and scattering just chitinous bits and blobs of greenish slop everywhere.
Hey, and that's me done. I don't need to do anything. That's
Okay, that
Big Spider's dead.
dead. Okay, so you hear the clacking of limbs from elsewhere.
Saw that Janner.
Oh, I gotta go now.
Yeah,
Yeah, have a good one.
Farewell, my friend.
yeah.
Enjoy your kitten.
I will.
Good.
Honestly, maybe we should
I
just.
hope you do.
I will.
Yeah.
Glad we concur.
Yeah. I mean, really, we only have like 10 minutes left, really.
Yeah,
Nobody-
so could leave you off as a cliffhanger here. Like, oh no, more
I
spider.
mean, let's finish the combat.
I doubt we'll actually finish it because spiders.
At least all the stuff that's visible. Or is everything dead right now? That we can see at least?
At least in front of us, yeah.
In front of you, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Because I kind of need to go to bed.
Also, just perfect time seeing as two people are going now.
Yeah. I think it would be nice.
So,
Next week, just continue the combat.
yeah. And if you don't know post, I'm going to do my skills right now
Okay.
before I head off.
Yeah. Also, Jenna, with the initiative here, should we just take an image of it, or do you think it will save?
Probably save, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. As long as nobody actually does anything with it.
Just pause the combat timer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh well. Yeah. That's just. Yeah. I really need to go to bed.
So,
It's a shame.
think
but
I'll get
okay.
like. Yeah, I think I'll get like 4 hours of sleep. So.
Good.
So-
now,
Get to it then.
yeah. Work skills, maps are amazing as always. I'm
Yeah.
surprised you have so much time to make such big maps. And two, fuck your spider noises for triggering my actual real life pseudo-arachnophobia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Figured.
You found some really good sounds, Jenny.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
that's-
that is a
that sounds
compliment.
Off.
So yeah, that is a compliment, not actually saying you're evil, stop it, just...
We do
I'm
bottom
gonna
to
go now, bye!
Alright.
Hang on, why is that?
We do bottom
Why
to
is that
top,
thing?
Ian?
What? Sorry,
Can we do bottom to top?
Sure.
Positives. I like the intrigue. It does sort of slow us sometimes because we're very much deliberating the pros and cons, which isn't a bad thing. It just means we're being more careful minded about what we are diving into. It's nice that you've got things that aren't always just clear cut as go here and do thing. Negative, I think we need to retire some NPCs because we've had Glim around for about 4 sessions longer than the actual player has been here for.
Hmm.
And there's a lot of things following us around that really could sort of trim some time off. I get that the kid's here because he's leading us into this place, but we had like 3 NPCs there. And also it's not fair for Avon to have to be controlling 2 players in a combat scenario. Which, I mean, I'm sure you're fine with it, but it still could be done. Could be something you could do without. But yeah, just sort of trimming down the tag-alongs. It's not like they don't exist, just, you know, they're off doing other things. Yeah,
I mean, we could have Clem at after all of this sewage dungeoneering. I mean, we could have him sort of do some recon or keep an eye out.
Yeah, as a background tool, he's good, but having him
that
along
was
with us
fine.
all the time kind of not only has us with a reliance on him as a tool, which is a bit sort of cheaty. It's just it's big bogs things down having so many sort of non-player characters around. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna do too many at once. So that's me done.
Okay.
Yes, it's documents.
Well, for one, I like the fact that the sounds you have really are used in a good way. They're not just used willy-nilly. And another thing, this is just a purely aesthetic on my part. I love the fact that your NPCs are not just varied in motive and personality, but also in